Okay, yeah, give me some names. Hello and welcome. It's Leon Street here, and we're just waiting for a few people to get onto the webinar. And as it says, we're about to pull back the curtain. And I'm here with my fellow co-host. We have Phil Faulkner in the house. How you doing, Phil?
I'm very well, Leon. Super excited. Very, very excited.
Good, good, good. So today we're going to be pulling back the curtain, as I mentioned, and we're going to be covering some real key marketing, and this is stuff that's going to help your business go to the next level. So as we're preparing in the background, hopefully you're picking us up loud and clear. And so I can hear that there is back so far. So if you are picking us up loud and clear, I think we've got Lukey on the line. How you doing, Lukey? So
I'm good.
good, good, good. So really happy that you're able to get on here. So we'll be going into the webinar content shortly. So just bear with me a second. So I'm just going to go back to our presentation. There we are. So we're about to pull back the curtain, and what I'm going to do, I'm just going to jump in and reveal the title shortly. Just give me a second, guys. So here's the training. We're going to go and cover how to generate, or how we generate, high quality leads, get our Facebook ads to pay for themselves, and close and convert our high ticket clients with ease and zero rejection. So we'll get started in a few short minutes. I know Phil is still sharing this link out with a few people that we've sent it out to. This is an exclusive beta webinar that we're doing as we're testing this new content that we put together, and we literally pull back the curtain on all the content that we've recently covered in, I suppose, the last 30 days, Phil.
Yes, yeah, it's been a very, very eventful 30 days. Very successful. We've helped a ton of people along the way. We've launched a brand new business. We had zero eyeballs on this business, really. And, we wanted to do this to show people that, it doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter specifically what your situation is. You can come out all guns blazing if you have the right strategy, the right marketing, the right sales coming through your business to generate that cash flow you need. But ultimately, you make sure that you're serving the right person. So as it says, we're going to be showing you how to generate high quality leads. We're going to show you how we got our Facebook ads to pay for themselves. And then we're going to pull back the curtain and show you how we close and convert our high ticket clients with zero rejection and ease, and that's the main thing. A lot of people, they hate sales, Leon. They hate it. They're shying away from it. They're avoiding it, and that is stopping them from generating the cash flow that they need. So I'm super excited to share these three key fundamentals. And a little bonus for everybody at the end. We've got something for everybody, haven't we?
We have got something especially for everybody that jumped on. There is a freebie. So I think the best thing to do is we're going to crack on and move forward so you guys can get this training material. As I said, it's absolutely brand new. We've literally pulled our strategy apart, all the marketing that we're doing, and then we're going to share this with you. So hopefully you guys are picking us up loud and clear, and I'm just going to move forward and take this part to the next level. So use these techniques only for ethical means, guys. And what I mean by that is whatever you are selling, whatever you're promoting, marketing as your products and services, make sure that you're doing it from a place of integrity. The key thing here is that you're working with people to help give them value, to help them in their lives. And so this content that we're about to show you, use it for the right purposes is what I'd say. And, all the people that we generally work with are all people of high integrity, but we're just putting this out there just so you see where we're coming from. Right. So This is for you. If you can relate to this statement, I want to become a master of my business and traffic. And when I mean traffic, I mean online traffic, getting leads online. And this is what this webinar is all about, guys. And so if this is something you can relate to, you want to become a master of your business and traffic online, this is for you. Now, I promise to you, if you stay until the end, and I think it's pretty cool actually. So here it is, guys. We'll give you 100% free a Facebook ad marketing funnel you can use within 5 minutes for your business. And the key thing here is the reason why we put this here, that you can use it within 5 minutes. I'll explain more towards the end of the training, but it's basically our marketing funnel that we've been using for I think it's less than 30 days, but it's been out there now, and you will be able to get a copy of this and use it in your own business. So, house rules before we get started, guys. This is a zero hype zone, and there's no hype in this. We're literally giving you training behind the scenes of what we've delivered and what we've done in our marketing.
I might get a bit of hype, Leon.
You might get a hype. Well, there might be some hype energy, but there's no hype as in, fluff. It's all real. And so that's the key thing here. And next thing is, we're not about get rich quick. There is no get rich quick. There is hustle, work hard, and get results. And it's what we found. It's what I've found when I've spoken to very successful entrepreneurs on our podcast that I do with Robert. Is it's not about get rich quick. It's about putting the right foundations in place and scaling. Okay, and so we never teach theory. We may explain things, but everything that we are about to teach you is stuff that we've done and stuff that we do.
Proven.
Yeah. Absolutely. So turn off your mobile phone and turn off Facebook. We want your full attention. And the reason being, we need your full attention, as this content will change your life. It's done that for us. And we've got big plans. There's another 16 months in our plans as part of our 18-month plan. And so believe you and me when I say this will change your life, because it's what we're doing right now.
We're just scratching the surface.
Cool. So what I'm going to do, guys, is just give you a quick whistle-stop tour as to who I am, just so you get a feel for me if you've not really come across what I've done before. And it's just a nice way for me to introduce, where I come from, my background. And so Leon Street, I started out as a DJ in 1994 when I was very young, 14 years old. But this was the start of where marketing came into my life, because as a DJ, you DJ events have to be marketed, and you have to connect with people so that you can get your marketing, i.e. your music, your product, your service out there to people. And so this is where it started for me. So as a DJ, I then progressed into putting a website together at the age of 17. And this scaled up to where I was helping other people put their websites together as more and more people got in touch, asked how can I put their websites together and so on. And then it just turned into a business where I was then able to actually charge for what I was doing. And then eventually, if we fast track forward to the past 3 years, me and Robert, who's business co-founder of Business Owner Elevation, the company that myself, Rob, and Phil run, we started up a podcast where we started to interview top entrepreneurs, like we got here Chris Ducker, very successful entrepreneur. I was then able to meet with Don Green from the Napoleon Hill Foundation, is the CEO. And if you've ever read a book called Think and Grow Rich, there he is. He's the CEO of that company, along with a friend, Carmelita. And the reason why I'm showing you these pictures about the people who I come across is because, just like you, I believe in learning. I believe in finding out how, you become a success in your chosen industry. So here I am with the world's #1 internet marketer. That's his title, Frank Kern. And here I am with JT Fox, the #1 wealth coach in the world. And here I am with Lyndon Wood, a successful entrepreneur from the UK worth over £30 million. And here I am with Sharon Lecter, the author famed for Rich Dad, Poor Dad, the co-author, and she's also the author of Think and Grow Rich for Women. And then we have the $9 billion guy, Jay Abram. So there I am again, nice picture. And here with a friend of mine, Adam Stott from Essex in the UK. He's worth £50 million, 33 years old. And it just goes to show, when you put the right foundation in place, it doesn't matter your age as long as you execute. And here I am with Gary Vaynerchuk, a lot of you may have come across. And so I'm a big believer in learning, and specifically going to the top. You've got to go to the top if you want to learn what's actually worked. You don't start at the bottom. Yeah, a lot of people say work your way up. What I say is go to the top and find out what works, and then build your foundation. So here I am with an award that I won for our podcast. So voted Best UK Business Podcast 2015. So this is what me and Rob won with our podcast, where we were able to interview top entrepreneurs. So a bit more about me. So here I am speaking on stage in Florida, teaching people about stuff like you're learning today. And here I am in Derby doing a private workshop, helping business owners. And here I am again at our own event, Phil. This was the IPM Business Breakthrough event in Birmingham. This was in May 2016. And again, this is a private workshop I did in Poland, as you can see here. And finally, so this is another private workshop I did in Las Vegas, and this was helping 6 and 7 figure earners. So most people know me as a lead generation expert. I've spoken around the world on lead generation. I have 20 years of experience with internet marketing, and I teach 6 and 7 figure business earners. So hopefully that's just give you a taste as to who I am. Now, what I've not revealed is I've done a lot of things right, but believe me, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner, I've done a lot of things wrong. And it's part of the game. It's part of where you learn. If you're always successful and you never fail, you never learn what it means to actually grow. And that's what I believe, by doing things wrong and learning, this is where you grow. And so this is a big thing in business that I want you guys just to take on board. So here's the big discovery, guys. So regardless of what you're promoting, it's damn hard to get traffic online. You may have been there where you've spent money and you felt like it's a waste of money because you haven't generated traffic and then actually got results. So not to mention expensive. So when you don't get results, you kind of feel disheartened. And, I've done it myself, and I've done it with clients where they've come to me and said, we've invested lots. What's going to be different this time around? And the difference is, what I've discovered is two little known secrets that I'm going to reveal as part of this training, which you'll come across shortly. But the days of cheap traffic from Google AdWords are long gone. Before it was very easy to make it happen online, but believe you me, this has not been the case in recent years. So the old way, you decide that you need a website, you contact 3 web design companies, you learn what website systems you should be using. So you'd be sneaky there because you start speaking to them. And at that point, by speaking to them, you find out what technology you need. And generally you think, actually, maybe I don't need to get a web designer. I can do this myself. But then you learn about what it takes to set them up. You learn the process of updating your website solution, whether it's WordPress or something for e-commerce like Magento. You spend thousands on creating the site, you tweak the site, and then you spend thousands of pounds more. And generally, if it's not more money, you're actually investing more time. And believe me, time is money. You tweak your site again, you keep spending and tweaking until your site is in profit after many, many months, even years of struggle to make that happen. And then finally, you hope your ads make a profit, which in most cases, it doesn't work that way. But here's the new way. You use pre-built systems and solutions that speed up your website process, increase your features, and lower your costs. People find your website when searching on Google and via Facebook, and they click the link and come over to your mobile-ready website where you convert them. Now, would these new ways make a difference in your life, business, or your family? And if you're like me, I absolutely believe that it will. See, results are not typical. Your results will vary to what me and Phil and Rob do. So we'll talk you through the system we use to get real results. As we said, there's no hype. And please understand, our results are not typical because the average person who attends any free training just like this gets 0 results. However, we're happy to share with you for free exactly what's working with us. So you'll actually be able to piece together the strategies that we use. But this is not for people who are lazy freebie hoarders, people who just want to jump onto, what can I get for free? This isn't for those people. If you're here to work and make it happen, Phil's laughing in the background. I'm actually telling the truth. If you're here to make your business work, this is for you. So there's 3 secrets we're going to go through today. Secret 1 is how to become an authority and attract customers to your services and products, no matter whether you're established or new. Secret 2 is how to unlock the power of sales funnels for your marketing online. And this is one of my favorite topics, coupled with secret 3, which Phil is going to be taking you through, the exact 4-stage formula to close premium high-end sales. Okay, so here's secret 1, guys. How to become an authority and attract customers to your services and products, no matter whether you're established or new. So here's a quick warm up. I'm going to give you some stats, guys, just so we know what we're working with, because there's no point in thinking, well, let's do online marketing, and we don't actually know what the market is capable of generating in terms of income. So online learning, so anything to do with training, coaching, anything like that, also known as e-learning, is booming. Market research firm Global Industry Analyst projected back in 2015 that it would hit $107 billion. We're now in 2016, and that number has been surpassed. It has been dwarfed. And I'm currently waiting for the new figures to be released, which will happen in early 2017. But this just goes to show, guys, it's a huge market for you to go after. And here are the industries you can actually recession proof your business from. I mentioned a few shortly, but if you're thinking of doing mobile development, app creation, personal growth, information, products, coaching, and training, these are industries that you can actually make it happen from. There's also the normal and the most popular distribution channels that most of us know of: Apple, Amazon, eBay, Facebook, Google, Twitter, and YouTube. These are the places that are generating leads and therefore sales. There is no mystery, there's no magic, there's no secret thing that you're not seeing. These are the places where you can make a difference in your business. So here we go, guys. I'm going to show you another stat, and this stat is specific to where I want to take you with the training. Now, when it comes to your marketing, there's effective strategies you can use. And this stat was a survey done in March 2016 of 275 marketing professionals from around the world. And it says, as it says, 66% of these were primarily B2B. So generally the kind of things that me and you do. So you guys listening right now, serving other clients. And whether you're going out to business to customer or business to consumer, it doesn't matter. It's pretty much the same thing. But here's what I want to focus on. Email and website are by far the most effective. And why is that important? Well, it's important because you generally hear a lot of people saying, oh, you need to be on Facebook doing social media, Twitter, all these things, doing social media, or you need to be doing SEO. But actually look at what are the most effective: email and website. And this is interesting because email and website play a big part in how you create a marketing or sales funnel, which is what I'm going to teach you about. And these are the two foundational strategies that you need in your business when you're online to actually make it a success. So what's possible, guys? Let's just open up our minds just so we can see what is possible for you. Let's say you wanted to go after $1 million turnover. And I really love this graphic. I use it regularly, as Phil knows. And the key thing here is I want you to start breaking these numbers down so you don't think, the numbers are too big for me to go after, and therefore you don't consider what you need to be doing. I want you to consider what the numbers are so you can break it down, chunk it down, and say, this is what I'm going to go after because I can see what's possible. So imagine you have 5,000 people buy a $200 product. That will make $1 million. Imagine you have 1,000 people who buy $1,000 product. That will make you $1 million. Or let's get the numbers even smaller, where actual numbers I would say that are more tangible. Let's say you have 200 people buy a $5,000 product. Imagine if you have a training series, a coaching program, that could quite easily be that $5,000 product, or even pounds or euros. It doesn't matter the currency. What matters is these numbers. And finally, you could have 100 people who buy a $10,000 product, and that will get you to £1 million. Break that down into 12. So divide 100 by 12. I don't even know what the answer is. I think it's like 8.3. But here's the thing, guys. Imagine you need 8.3 customers buying your $10,000 coaching program every month. That will get you to £1 million. Really cool. So let's change this up. What if you want to have a subscription model, just like the gyms out there, where you pay for membership, you go for the first month, and after that you don't attend. Well, here's how they actually make money, and you can make money off this subscription model. Imagine you have 5,000 people who pay $17 a month for 12 months. Or let's say you get 500 people paying you $167 per month for 12 months. All possible strategies and routes for you to make $1 million. So this is really just for you to take on board, guys, and see what's possible. So let's move on. Step one. So in becoming an authority, in taking this forward, we need to understand problems and needs. Problems and needs are probably the biggest factor in how you serve your customers. In understanding your customers' pains, problems, and passions, you can become the solution. And this is the most important thing that you need in your business. So what you can do is find out from your customers what are the top 5 problems they encounter. And if you have customers already, you can go out to them and do a survey. You could use a free survey provider like SurveyMonkey, or you could go out to your same customers and say, what are the top 5 needs that you want serving? What is it that you need in your business? And if you don't have customers after all of that, what you can do is put the survey together and probably market it out on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, that kind of thing, whether it's done as a free marketing strategy, or you can do it as a paid strategy. But what I would say is this is very important if you want to find out, as they say, from the horse's mouth, what is their biggest problem and what are their needs. So you can use this tool to do that. So what do you do next? Well, once you find out what the problems are, you understand what the needs are, you can create something called a lead magnet. And a lead magnet is something that attracts leads into your business. It's an irresistible bribe solution that attracts in customers. And it's very important because if you understand what your customers' problems are, what their needs are, and you can provide a solution, i.e. an ebook, a video training series, a cheat sheet, an audio book, or even a webinar like what we're doing today, and this provides an answer to their problems, to their biggest problems, this is a great way to attract people in, because people are forever looking for solutions to solve their problems. And what I would advise you is when you're putting these different types of solutions together as a lead magnet, think about the titles. You've got to become sexy with these titles. Use how-tos or the top 10 secrets revealed, or fix your serious whatever challenge in your business is, or whatever your challenge in your life is. It could even be secret formula revealed, and that formula is the answer to their biggest problem. Or you can tackle it again using numbers, 7 mistakes to avoid in, and it can be whatever industry. So these are just things that you can use in your business in order to convert those problems into solutions. Now, here's the thing, guys. An authority, it's a noun. But if you look at it, I've highlighted in particular, an authority is simply an author. The power to influence others, especially because of one's commanding manner or one's recognized knowledge about something. It simply means that you have an answer to something where somebody has a problem or a need. So to become an authority, it's imperative that you create a solution, like we said. So we've got an ebook, a video training series, whatever it is that you decide. So a person with extensive specialized knowledge about a subject, i.e. an expert. So you can see on the right, you can be that person thinking outside of the box with the light bulb moments, solving their problems and frustrations while they're stuck in the box. So there you go, guys. That's how you can become an authority. First of all, create lead magnets. And a lead magnet, as I mentioned, just one more time as a summary, ebooks, videos, webinars, anything that offers a solution to your customer. Right then, so secret one went pretty quick, I'd say.
It did. It did.
That's a good thing, guys. So that means you can get that done fast. And by providing your customers with that solution where you've created it quickly, you can move into the exciting zone. Right, so secret 2, how to unlock the power of sales funnels for your marketing online. So a sales funnel. There are 7 sales funnels in particular, but today on this training, we're going to look at one in particular. And the reason why I want to look at the one is because this is the one that has worked for us in the past 30 days and has been pretty immense in terms of getting results and making stuff happen for us. So you've got the lead magnet or self-liquidating offer funnel. So just remember it as the slow funnel, but it actually produces results fast. You also have the sales webinar, product launch, 2-step funnel, continuity funnel, invisible funnel, and the high ticket funnel. And all a funnel simply does is pull people at the top, like we have in the diagram image on the right-hand side, starting with the red at the top, where we pique people's awareness, we get them interested, we get them to a point where they're ready to make a decision, and then we get them to commit to an action. And generally the action is to either opt in or buy something from us. So this is what a funnel is all about. It's a path where you lead people to your products and services. So what I want to focus on here, guys, is who is this guy? And as I mentioned to you, I love the training element of what I do in my industry, and I strongly believe in training, just like what you guys are learning today. And it's important because this is how you continually grow in your business. So here I am with AKA the White Notorious B.I.G. Dean Jackson. So the reason why I'm with this guy is, and you know, for anybody who doesn't know who he is, he's the guy who created the email opt-in, the very first one. He is famed for that. He's also a very successful marketer from the US, and he's somebody you should check out. But let's move forward. let's put this into action. Let's take a look at it into action, more to the point, a sales funnel. So I've learned from some of the top guys out there, and I've learned, and this is the learning that I'm passing on to you now. So here we are. A sales funnel is very much like a conversation you would have in person with somebody, but it's done online strategically using connected web pages. That is what a sales funnel is. It's not something technical that you need to be afraid of. It's literally how you perform a conversation online without you actually being there. So the web pages do the talking for you, and I'll get into that in a moment, specifically how.
And if they stay to the end, they're going to get one.
Yeah, absolutely. If you stay to the end, as the promise states, you will get a free marketing funnel, the one that we actually use. And just like a conversation, you will either get a yes or you'll get no answers. You know, this part is natural. You know, when you're speaking to somebody, would you like to look at this? Would you like to have a go of that? Would you like to test that? Would you like to trial this? Would you like to buy that? You will get yeses and nos. This is natural. And the key part here is that you need your sales funnel to account for these different answers, whether it is a yes or a no. If you get maybes, we just need to focus on your message so we can get them to a yes or a no. So the self-liquidating offer funnel, the slow funnel. Let's move into this. So here you start off with something called the lead magnet. The lead magnet is that solution, remember, and the whole point of a lead magnet is you come to a page where there is a title, like we have there, the lead generation handbook. There's then a subtitle, which then tells the person specifically what they're going to get in the ebook. And then, as you can see with the 3 ticks or checks that we have on the left-hand side, 3 benefits are listed so people understand clearly what it is that they're about to get. On the right-hand side, there's a video. And the importance of having video is that some people like to read, some people like to watch and hear. And so when you're putting your lead magnet page together, you need to make sure you account for both. Don't rely on the fact that just because you like watching video, everybody wants to watch a video. Or if you like reading, everybody will read, and therefore there's no need for you to have a video on this page. What I would suggest, if you can do both, it's best, because that way you can serve all of your target audience, because they will vary. The 3 modes of communication that we have online are visual, audio, and kinesthetic, touchy-feely, or to you and me, how we make people feel. Because when you're online, people can't actually feel products, but you can make them feel a specific way about your products and services. So make sure you cover all the modalities of learning for people and communicating online. So what happens is, once they've read whatever it is you have to offer as benefits, the title on your lead magnet page, they'll click on the button. And at this point where they say, yes, I want the free ebook, as you can see in the orange button on the page, then you would have something like a pop-up, whether the pop-up is like this one where you have name and email and you have optional phone number. It's entirely up to you. You could also embed the name and email on the page itself. So this is really up to you, and there's no preference. I would say it's more about testing, doing split testing and just finding out which one converts better. But as you can see in this example, we have the pop-up where I've got my name and email entered. And then once you click on get it free now, we'll then move to something called the Tripwire page. And let me tell you about this. So let's just go back. So the Tripwire page is basically the thank you page. So somebody's opted in, they've got the lead magnet, and at this point you're really excited and saying, thank you. Thank you. You've made a wise decision in investing in yourself and growing your business by downloading whatever lead magnet you've put together. In this case, I've got the lead generation handbook, and I've provided that as a thank you at the top of the page, which you can probably see there. Just make it out in white. It says, thanks for downloading the free ebook. And then coupled to it, I have incredible offer in the video below. And this is very strategic. So first you thank the person, but here is where you actually give them an offer, and the importance of offering something to them, i.e. a tripwire. You're about to segment people who are not only interested in downloading your free valuable content, but also purchasing and buying from you. If you can ever segment your email list, this is the most powerful thing that you can do in marketing, to know how many buyers you have on your list. Now, in the video, I do the same thing. I tell them that I'm very grateful and I thank them for making a wise decision in downloading the ebook. But here's the thing, there is also an offer. And what I say to them, the ebook is literally the first step in how they can take their business to the next level. As it says on the page, the truth is the ebook is just the beginning. And so what I then offer is a 1-hour video training video, some video training video. So I give them a 1 hour piece of training, which comes in the format of a video. There's also the PDF presentation that I delivered as part of that video, and they get the audio version, an MP3. So if they want to listen to it in the car, on their phone, wherever they are, there's 3 options they have to consume that information. And then if I scroll down, you'll see as the page will start to animate, you'll see the entire page. It's a pretty long page, but what it shows is the title, the video, it will show the offer in text, and then it will show that you can get this offer for $7 by clicking on the button there. There's a guarantee. And then there's also another reminder as a backup offer for people to click on that button and buy the same thing again. So it's just reminding people. Why is this important? A tripwire is generally priced at $5 to $20, or if you convert that to whatever currency you currently trade in euros or pounds, that's the price. And the reason it's set to such a low value, it's a no-brainer price for most people to accept and buy. But here's the thing, guys, when they buy that thing, remember you're segmenting buyers. This is so important and crucial to you moving to the next level. And at this point, most people will think it's so cheap, I'll do it. But it's massively important to you to know that you've got buyers. So this is the tripwire page. Then once they decide, actually, yeah, I'll go ahead and buy that $7 thing that you're advertising, Leon, you then send them to the order page. This is called the tripwire order page. Very simple, nothing, you know, wildly out of the normal here. So what we have here is simply a contact information page and then a credit card information option below. Very straightforward on a secure page. And so you show people what they're about to buy. Again, I've backed up on the right hand side guarantees, and then on the page we've got some card payments to show people that it's easy to pay. The really important part of this page here where people order is that not only are they about to buy from you, but you can literally ask them for their telephone number, especially if you're selling high ticket programs where you need to speak to people on the phone, because generally most people will buy from you when it's a high ticket program, anything from £1,000 or dollars or more. Once they've spoken to you on the phone, it just becomes easy. But this is subtly placed into this page where people will fill in their telephone number or their mobile number, as well as their card details, and won't think about it twice. This is good for you because at this point, once people have purchased, and if they only purchased the tripwire from you, you can always follow up with them on the phone. And the good thing about follow-up is you never know when people are ready to buy or what they're ready to buy from you, and that can mean any value. So when you speak to people, it's a massive thing here. So the order page. So let's move forward. So let's imagine somebody's bought the tripwire, they've purchased it, and on this page I've got another thank you page, but this one is very specific. It's called the tripwire upsell. And on the tripwire upsell, I'm thanking them for their purchase, and then I also say to them, just would you believe it, I have another offer for you. And what I tell them is that the video that they've just purchased, the training video, is actually a series of 6 videos of over 4 hours worth of training. And if they want to grab all 4 hours worth of training, they can simply order on this page for $90, still very cheap. And what's the good thing about this is that that video series was actually a live workshop that myself, Phil, Rob, and Holly Luton delivered here in Birmingham, where people paid up to £200 to be in the room. So even at $90, you can see it's going to be great value for them. So I'm just scrolling down the page now. You can see there are some thumbnail images showing the videos as a preview, as well as the buy now button, which is $90, and showing the savings they'll make, as well as they'll get a free strategy call as part of this. And the strategy call is very important because this is where they'll learn to figure out the problems in their business and how to scale their business. So imagine they bought, and now we have the thank you page from the upsell. And this is a very important part because here we offer them the steps in step 1 to download the content and the materials they've purchased. In step 2, they can book in the call, this strategy call, which is their elevation blueprint call. And then in step 3, I push them to our Facebook group, which is important because what we're doing here is not only we're getting people on our list, segmenting the buyers, but we're getting people into our group. So we're creating a community of people who are interested in our products and services. Right. So this is all well and good, downsell, but when it's not the right time for a customer, what do? You know, people do say no, not everybody's going to purchase your tripwire. So what do you do then? Well, what you do is downsell, and downsell simply means you offer them something at a cheaper price than what you were offering previously. Now you're probably thinking, well, how could you offer something cheaper than $7? Because that's pretty cheap. Would you agree, Phil?
Yep.
Yeah. So what you need to do is be very strategic, and it might not have been $7. It could have been $20, as I mentioned, and then you could have downsold something for $5. It's entirely up to you, but it's just making sure that the customer doesn't end with a no, and you give them options, which is the important thing. So at this point, you can offer a downsell. So if the person decided, I don't want your $7 tripwire, what I had on the page was a no thank you link. And that would have taken them to this page here where it says, thank you. You know, we're so happy that you downloaded the lead magnet, the free ebook, but here's something that I have for you. I can see you don't really want to spend or invest the $7 in your business, but I have something that is totally free. It's another piece of training, over 1 hour's worth of training that they can get free. And it's a pre-recorded webinar. And so for most people, that'll probably be a no-brainer. Would you agree?
Yeah, 100%.
Because now they're about to get some training that's going to help scale their business for free. Whereas before I was offering something for $7. But what I'm doing here is for everybody that said no, I'm giving them an option. And this is important.
Whoa, what you do? Whoa.
So I think, yes, I can just pick up a few people. I know that a few of you are still online, which is good. How you doing? We've got Hadil on the line as well. Really good to have you on. So I'm going to keep going, guys. So hopefully you can hear everything that's coming through right now. So just give me a moment. So I'm just going to jump back into our content. One minute, guys. Presentation. So where has it gone?
You're running.
Okay. It's right. Our preview screen just stopped, you see. So I'm just going to jump back, guys. Just make sure we've got the content back on our screen as well. There we are. So presentation, yeah, perfect. So this is, as I said, the downsell, and here I'm offering a free webinar. Now this is totally up to the person to, as to whether they watch it or not, but what you would probably assume is most people would, because if they've downloaded your lead magnet and you're then giving them something else free, they may be a free hoarder, as I mentioned earlier, where they like collecting freebies. So at this point, here is the webinar. So they click on the link and it takes them straight to a webinar replay where they're learning. And so at this point, I'm teaching in this webinar, giving them real content, real value. But specifically at the end of the webinar, what I then do is make another offer. And the offer is I give them the opportunity to buy the original tripwire for $7 plus another piece of training material I have, which is another hour training video. So they get 2 videos for over 2 hours. Plus I put in there a PDF of each presentation as well as the audio. So again, lots of value. And I offer this out coupled with a elevation blueprint strategy call, all for $47. So you're thinking I've gone from free, where they've watched this free training, to make an offer. And that's okay, because at this point, what I'm really interested is that for anybody that lasted over the hour and made it right to the end of the webinar, they're probably serious about, you know, investing in their business, because why else would they have watched this free webinar I've just given them? And this is so crucial, because at this point, if anybody has, they will buy. And I know that actually people do, because somebody bought off the back of this webinar. Somebody we know, actually. So it just goes to show, whether you've got a warm market or cold market, you never know. So you make your offer on the downsell, and then again, you send them to the order page. And what's important, again, when they buy, you're collecting a telephone number. So that is part of what they enter in their credit and debit card details. Very important. So they then book themselves in for a strategy call after buying the downsell upsell, which is basically the $47 product. And we then also push them to join our Facebook group. So I'm showing you this so you can understand the flow of how this conversation is going on online without us being there, which is the important thing. So the key thing here, guys, is that a sales funnel is all about, imagine you're sat in front of a prospect or a customer, a brand new customer, and you're about to offer them, you know, your services and products. And the key thing is that you need to be ready, whether they're going to say yes or no to what you have to offer. And that's what a sales funnel is online. It's all about giving people a choice so that they can buy when the time is right for them, and when they find out what your products offer in terms of a solution to their requirements, to their needs. And this is really important. So hopefully you guys are following that. I know, are we in the chat room on there as well? Okay, no worries. I was just wondering if we had a few people on there. So this, hopefully this is making sense, guys. And so what I want to do now is step 3. This is really important. So step 3, imagine you've had everybody opt in now and they've gone through your sales funnel. But the important part is that when they first opted in for the lead magnet, because your sales funnel will be connected to your email marketing software, there are emails that you can have going out automatically to everybody that's opted in. And whether people have opted in for your lead magnet, your free offer, whether people have bought your $7 tripwire, or whether people have bought the upsell, which was for $90, this is massively important. Now, imagine you have these emails going out, and these emails are a way of communicating with that audience. So let's say somebody opted in for your lead magnet. How do you communicate to them if they get the lead magnet and go away and don't buy your tripwire? You use email. So when they opt in, you have something called an automated response going out there, an autoresponder. And let me just explain why these things work. They work just like soap operas do on national TV. So I've got 2 examples here. So if you're in the UK, you've probably heard of Coronation Street. If you're in America, Days of Our Lives. Soap operas are all about how you tell a story, but you wrap your services and products into these stories. You, just like a soap opera, what you do, you leave people on a cliffhanger. You link the previous episode to, you know, what happened either yesterday or last week, and you get people really excited and they buy into the story about what you have as your soap opera sequence. So imagine your soap opera sequence, your automated emails go out every day. And so that means you have an email that you've created ahead of time. So it's already created. It's not something where you have to go into Outlook and then press send to everybody that joins your email list. It's something that's done automatically for you once you create it the first time around. So let me explain. So imagine somebody opted in for the lead magnet that I showed you in sales funnel steps earlier. So this is soap opera sequence 1. At this point, they opted in, and they're now getting my soap opera sequence email 1, email 2. And you can see on screen there, when we get to E3, which is email 3, something happens. And at this point, this is where they've taken an action. And it might be that at this point, let's go back. At this point, I'm then offering them something else. So it could be, let's say they've got the lead magnet, but they didn't buy the tripwire. So by the time they've opted in, day 1, they get an email saying thank you. Email 2, they get an email where I'm telling them about a story, something successful where I had a failure to begin with, but I broke through. And then email 3, what I can then do is say to them, look, you know, we've got a great product that will help you move to the next level. And it could be at this point where soap opera 2 starts off the back of email 3, is where I then push them back to the tripwire page in the funnel. And it's all about how I can pull people back. And the whole point is that a soap opera sequence is an episodic series of emails or stories that go out to your customers. Why is this important? Well, imagine they opted in for a solution to the problem, remember. So it doesn't mean that you're going to send them emails and they're going to think, oh, I'm getting spammed. These are hot buyers, people interested in what you have to offer. And it's just your job with the soap opera sequence to pull them back in. So soap opera sequence. So you're thinking, well, that's all well and good. You've got your sales funnel, you've got your soap opera sequence or automated emails ready. How do you actually get customers to the funnel, which is important? You know, this is the key thing. It's like, where do you get traffic from? Well, there's 2 key places, Facebook and Google. Facebook has 1.7 billion monthly active users. There are 50 million active small business pages and approximately 2.5 million of those who pay to advertise. So what it simply means is that currently advertising is relatively cheap on Facebook. With Google on YouTube, and so by being on Google and advertising through Google AdWords, you can reach a huge market, not only through search but on YouTube with videos. So these are the 2 primary places that I would be suggesting to you that you need to market your business. So now what I want to do is I want to show you behind the scenes on some Facebook ads so you guys can see what I'm actually doing. So what we're doing, myself, Phil and Rob. So here, first of all, to get started with your marketing, if you want to advertise on Facebook, you need to have your own fan page. If you haven't got one already, that's the link you need to go and set one up. So you need your fan page in order to advertise. So facebook.com/pages/create. Once you've got your fan page, you can then go to audience insights. And this is the place where Facebook tell you how many people are out there and interested in what you have to offer. So go to facebook.com/ads/audience insights. Now, at this point, you go to audience insights. You can use the filtering options like it shows on the left, filter by country, or you can select multiple countries by age and gender. You can then filter by interests. And in this example, I've filtered by marketing and sales. And then Facebook is simply showing me that there are 700 to 800,000 people who I could potentially target with this filtering that I've done so far. But you can target, different ages. You could go after one gender. You could go after different interests to do with your industry or your niche. Now, once you've done that, as you can see on the right hand side, there's a green button which says create ad. And at this point, you can start to create your first ad on Facebook, which is massively important. So once you get into Facebook and you get to Ads Manager, you can upgrade, which you can find out more from us a bit later. You can upgrade to something called Power Editor, which basically gives you all these options that you see on screen, and then you can really get busy. You can see in this example, I've got 13 campaigns. There are 29 ad sets and 53 different ads, so you really can start to scale things up in your business. So you don't have to be linear, have one ad. You can have different ads going out to different target audiences. And this is massively important because your message going out to an 18-year-old compared to somebody who's 60 might be different. So it's just something that you need to consider. And just the same, you might have a message going out to females as opposed to males. So lots of different ways you can segment with your marketing. But the key thing here is that your advert creative is the most important thing. The message that you put into videos, the message you put into images, the text you use on your ads, these are all important, aren't they, Phil?
Yeah.
Now, I would really say invest in looking at what adverts you come across, because these will give you an indication as to what people are doing already. Don't just assume people will like what you write and what they'll see from your images. Just look at what other people have done. And so I always recommend reverse engineer, i.e. look at what other people have done in order to get that into your own ads. And so you can start off from a place where things are working in the right way. So this is a screenshot from my ad account, and you can see in this particular ad set, I spent £3.31, and this is a recent campaign that I've been running. So you can see there, £3.31. And at this point, I know what you're thinking. We spent a lot of money on this ad, right? £3.31. So no, we didn't spend too much. But here's the thing, guys. Here's the results off the back of just spending £3.31. We were able to market that out on Facebook, and you can see there's a $7 sale. So we actually got a tripwire sale. But here's the important thing: $7 backing off the back of a tripwire was actually more than the £3.31 that I spent. So we were in profit off that particular ad just off the back of one tripwire sale. So this is why it's important to have a tripwire and then an upsell in your sales funnel, because here is where you're getting your marketing to pay for itself, because we spent £3.31, but there it is, $7 back in. Now, here's the real important thing, guys. Look, so off the back of those, we've had people coming into our funnel, and then we're able to bump them onto our high ticket coaching program. So this is a screenshot from my Stripe account. And so you can actually see here, these are real results. You can see the dates. It's from like the 8th of November. And this is important because can you use this in your business, guys? Yeah. Is there a way that you could set this up for your business? Even if you're thinking, well, I'm not quite sure what I would have to offer. Believe you and me, there are ways to make this work in your business, no matter what industry or whatever niche you're in. So you can get tripwire sales, you can get upsell sales, as well as your high ticket program sales. And this is important. And we show you this not to show off, not to like blow our trumpet. We show you this to show you what's possible. I don't want you to think, oh, these guys are just all theory. This is what's actually happening, guys. These are results that we've worked hard for. And, I'm not shying away from the fact that there's some work in there, but isn't it worth it when you get the results, guys? When you get that kind of income coming in, and then you can start to look at, right, let's scale the business to the next level. So that is why this funnel and the advertising system is a no-brainer. And what I say here, guys, who agrees? Because, if this isn't a no-brainer, I don't know what else is, because for me, this is massive. This is like pivotal. This is the point where we're about to scale up to the next level with our goals and what we're doing. So at this point, what I want to do is introduce Mr. Phil Faulkner, because he is about to take you into the next secret, the final secret of the 3 that we promised you. So I'm going to hand over to Phil at this point.
Hey there, guys. I'm super pumped. And guys, you know, what Leon just shared with you is so key for you to get results in your business. And if at any point you was thinking, how can I implement that in my business? Well, remember, guys, I promised at the start, you're going to get an exact template to that funnel that we used. So you can literally take it, plug and play, and implement, you know, so you don't have to worry about how do I make the web pages or all this and that. You're going to get all of that so you can plug and play. So here's the thing, guys. Secret number 3, I'm going to share the exact 4-stage formula to close premium high-end sales, because you saw there, you know, from the last slide, you know, we had people coming in on our program at 2K plus, you know, place. And here's the thing, guys. You may be thinking, how can I charge those sorts of fees? Well, what I'm going to share with you will enable you to close at an 80% conversion rate without facing rejection or feeling awkward about offering your product, service, or opportunity wherever you're at. I remember being at a point thinking, how can I charge these sorts of prices for my services? And you know what, guys? It was because I didn't have the exact information on how to convert that high ticket client. So what I want to share with you is the exact process so you can now feel comfortable going forward, knowing that you can get what you feel you're worth. If you are like me and Leon and you have invested heavily into yourself, you have, you know, been there, you have put the time in, you know, you can help people at the highest level get results that can, you know, crush any investment that people make in your programs, your products, your services, then you have to be charging what you're worth. If you're not, you will start to resent what you do. You will look at alternatives, and ultimately you'll put your goals and dreams down. And all of that will be a result of you not having the exact 4-stage formula, which I'm going to be sharing with you right now. So before we get into that, some of you know me, some of you don't know me. Let's go into a bit about me. So I've been a serial entrepreneur since 2014. You know, I built a large network marketing business that did over 500,000 plus in revenue. So I've been in the trenches, guys. Now I'm a network marketing, sales, and online marketing trainer, award-winning entrepreneur in the affiliate and network marketing space. Speaker, coach, mentor for many entrepreneurs, and I'm a soon-to-be father. You know, in February, my beautiful partner Holly, she's going to be bringing our first baby into the world, and I'm super excited about this, guys. But it wasn't always this way for me, guys. It really wasn't. Just over 6 years ago, I was working in McDonald's full-time as a manager. I was sick and tired of being sick and tired. I really was. And I knew when I was growing, I've literally got pictures of when I was a kid in front of me right now as we did the webinar, as Leon's around mine at the home office. And I think to myself, when I was that little kid, I was not dreaming of being in McDonald's. And you right now may not be in the position that you want to be in, but trust me, you don't have to stay there. You don't have to stay there. I did have a major passion for mixed martial arts, guys. That's me kicking somebody in the head, so be careful. No, I had a major passion, guys. I've competed semi-professionally. I'm very proud to say that I won a British amateur title, semi-professional title in that, and I was very focused on making my way up to the top while I was working at McDonald's. But you know what, guys, when you haven't got focus on your dreams, your goals, the strategy that you really want to implement, you can lose focus. And that's what happened with me, guys. I lost focus. I ended up going out drinking, partying, all the unproductive activities that really didn't serve me at the time. And I mean, I just want to share these pictures because, you know, I had a lot of fun, but I was going down the wrong road. There's me with my friends. I think that was like a Halloween party. We all dressed up, went out to Birmingham, and yeah, had some fun. But what I'm trying to show you here is, guys, you know, you have to be focused on the end result, and there's many distractions in your life that can come in the way and take you off track and really try and appease the short-term gain. But what you've got to do is be really focused on where you want to go. But I had to make a decision at one point, you know, is this who I want to be? Is this what I want to have? And it wasn't. So I made a decision to change. I found network marketing. For any of you guys that have been in or know people that have been in the network marketing space or know of the network marketing space, it's not easy. That was my first ever home event. I dragged friends and family round to my place just to see a presentation of this amazing opportunity that I'd found. And as you can see on the picture there, most people were falling asleep in the room. But you know what, guys? My persistence paid. I had a dream that was bigger than my doubts. And, you know, like I said, my business went to over $500,000 in revenue within 18 months. That's me in Poland. All expenses paid leadership weekend. Met some amazing people there. That's me in Las Vegas in front of 10,000 people, picking up an award for recognition from myself and the team. That's me on a leadership panel in London. That's me taking the team out to Austria. That's pretty much all them people there were part of the organization that I'd built. There's a huge event that we had, and we regularly did events like that, where we fill the room up with potential prospects that were interested in seeing what we had. And that is a regular Monday meeting that I used to hold in West Midlands. And, you know, it was like a fireball, guys. It was going so fast, but I hit a brick wall. For as much as, you know, I thought this was going well, I thought this was going to be the big thing that took me to where I wanted to be, I ended up in hospital, guys. And the reason I ended up in hospital for about 3 or 4 days was because I was burnt out. I was really operating what I like to call the old, crusty, rusty way of marketing, where I was trying to drag people to meetings, convince them to buy my products and services. My team was in the same boat. I was there not only having to convince people to join the team, but convince people to stay, convince them, motivate them. What I was dealing with was I was dealing with the wrong type of people, and this is where the frustration starts to kick in, guys. You're not working with, or you're not communicating with people that already want what you have, that have already seen a lead magnet, and they're interested in what you want or have to say. They haven't been in a sequential sales funnel and had that online conversation to see whether they're ready to buy a product from you, whether they're not, you know. And this is why what Leon shared with you is so powerful, because I was doing all this manually, and this is why I was burnt out in hospital. I did a little thumbs up selfie to let everybody know that I was recovering okay. But when I got out of hospital, you know, this is what I was dealing with: the old way of marketing, constant events and business networking, posting constantly on Facebook, hoping somebody would reply, prospecting friends and family, cold contact marketing to prospects that don't know who I was. You know, I was going to the supermarket, finishing my meals with Holly at the end of a lovely evening. And then I'd be like, Holly, shall I speak to the waiter? Yeah. Hey, would you be open to a side project maybe? Because, you know, you give us good service. I don't know who this person is. I'd rather them ask me what I did instead of me having to do that. I even went as far as buying lists and cold calling. People don't even like that, but me, I'm from a direct sales background. So I decided to do that, you know, but I couldn't expect my team to do that. Presentations were hard work because prospects didn't know how I could really help them. So ultimately, I ended up with uncommitted clients, team members, and people that didn't want to work. And that's why I was burnt out and frustrated. So I had an aha moment after coming out of hospital. I was like, I need to change the way I'm doing things, because if you do the same things, you're going to get the same results. And that's not something that I was prepared to do. So my aha moment come when I met these absolutely amazing people, this power couple here, Ray and Jessica Higdon. Now, in the network marketing space, they're not only top earners, but they are top coaches and consultants for not just network marketers, but for coaches and pretty much any business that wants to leverage online strategies and move away from those old, crusty, rusty ways of marketing. And what I saw Ray and Jessica Higdon doing was basically what Leon shared with you, leveraging their brand, leveraging their authority status, their authority status by authoring content such as lead magnets, blogs, articles to attract the right person to them. So instead of, the conventional contact 5 to 10 people a day about your business, they built a system where they had people contacting them about what they did and how they could start working with them, how they could be a part of what they were doing. And that's what I wanted to get to. So the new way is where you attract qualified leads to you, demonstrate your expertise as an authority. Qualified leads ask to speak to you and want to book into your diary. Prospects know who you are and are pre-sold on what you do, and sales calls become fun explorations of whether you're a good fit to work together. And prospects who apply want the outcome. They actually are committed, and the committed team players. So whether you're in network marketing, coaching, consulting, or any service-based business, and you want to attract the right person to you, you need to learn these new leverage ways. And what this did for me is make me, like you saw Leon, just be consumed with getting around the right people. That's John Canary and Robert Hines, two guys that have spent a lot of times with Bob Proctor. And John Canary is one of the top sales coaches and personal professional development coaches on the planet. So I really learned from him how to influence and sell in such a way that people feel empowered when they're speaking to you, instead of feeling awkward like they want to avoid you. I went out to Austin, Texas to learn again from Ray Higdon, one of the top guys in the network marketing space. That's Jabila Goro. He's a top Facebook ad specialist. So what you saw Leon share in regards to Facebook is some of the ideas that me and Leon have really strategized on to make sure that we get a return on investment when we're putting money into Facebook. That's John Penberthy. He's 24 years old in that picture right there. I went and met him, and he'd already produced 2 million with these strategies that we're sharing here. That's Tom Bree. So you saw Frank Kern, who in the picture previously that Leon was with. That's who runs Frank Kern's Facebook and YouTube advertising and Google advertising. This guy knows and works on projects that are worth millions when it comes to advertising. And that's Brian Finale, a top online and internet affiliate marketer. And I was really blessed, actually. I won an award for online and affiliate marketing in Brian Finale's affiliate program with my buddy Seb there, so I took these strategies and I've made them work. And not only have I been able to do this offline, as you saw, but I've been able to do this online. And this is why I feel confident sharing this with you, with Leon right now. And this is why I'm here, and I feel comfortable and able to share what I'm about to share with you, because, I've done many events sharing these strategies, and now I'm excited to share them with you. So here's a question. Who's ready to learn how to close, sell, and convert prospects without feeling pushy and awkward? And the answer should be yes, because we all want this. We all want to serve at the highest level without feeling awkward. So what do we utilize? And me and Leon have sat down and really brainstormed this over and over again. And it's very, very simple. The AIDA model. This is a picture from a famous film called Boiler Room. That's Alec Baldwin, a famous actor from Hollywood. And this idea, the AIDA model, attention, interest, desire, and action, is not something that me and Leon have created. And this is why we feel so comfortable sharing these ideas, because what we're basically taking is tried and proven tested methods that have worked for many, many years and decades that we've been able to take and master. So, this isn't concept stuff here. This is proven strategy. So this AIDA model is, years and years old. John, who you saw, John Canary, has been teaching this way back in the 60s and 70s, So AIDA, the first part to AIDA is attention. And that's where you start. Without attention, you have you have nothing. Where attention is, money flows, guys. Think about like Pokemon Go recently. It had everybody's attention. That's why everybody was downloading, and all the merchandise was sold around that. Think about the Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton presidential campaign, all the people that profited from all the noise around that campaign through merchandise, Donald Trump masks, American flags, because attention was there. So when Leon was talking about the problems and the solutions that you need to find for your target market, that's where attention begins. If you can draw the eyeballs of your target market, the people you want to serve to you, you have attention. And that is the most valuable thing when it comes to marketing and sales in your business. And we end at action. That's when, once you have somebody's attention and you've taken them through the process, which I've shared with you, you can then get them to take action. But you can't tell people to do things unless you've followed these steps I'm going to go through. So let's just run through really quickly before we deep dive into it. So attention. So Leon shared with you how we get the phone numbers from our prospects. And specifically, I'm going to be talking about how you can have a conversation with somebody about your product, your service, your opportunity, and really captivate them, empower them, and influence them in such a way that they are empowered to share your ideas. Sorry, you're empowered to share your ideas with them because they want it and they buy your programs, your products, or your service. So when you pick up the phone to a prospect, in the first 4 seconds, you must capture the prospect's attention and establish that you are someone who cares and can help them. If in the first 4 seconds you don't do this, you will not have their attention. You will not have their attention. So AIDA works in your sales and marketing funnels, but it also works on the phone as well. You have to bring people into your world. You have to bring them into your world. You know, most people are living in negativity, frustration. They want their problems fixing and fixing now. So they're not in a state which empowers and excites them. So when you pick up the phone to them, you have to capture their attention or you will have blown it. I'm telling you guys. Next, interest. You have to establish the lead and gather intelligence and qualify the prospect. You see, like most people jump on the phone and they're like, hey, how's it going? So are you ready to buy? You know, and that's not how it should be. And they're going to present it before getting interested in people. You have to let them know that you're there to serve and help them. And for this to happen, you need to establish the lead. You then need to gather intelligence on where the prospect is at and really understand whether or not you are a person that can help them. And if not, feel comfortable enough to point them in the right direction. So ask good questions around your industry or niche. You know, you want to find out their current situation, their future, and the roadblocks that are in their way. That's what the questions you need to be asking, you know, about the current situation, where they want to go in regards to their future, and the roadblocks in their way. That's gathering intelligence. If you don't ask, you won't understand whether or not you can build desire, whether or not you have something for them. And this, at this point, once you have found out where they're at, where they want to be, and what roadblocks are in the way, and they're a person that you can help, at this point, you must summarize what they've basically shared with you and diagnose any problems and declare what they should be considering at that point. And that's like a doctor. You know, this is why I put doctor of sales there. The doctor, you don't walk in and the doctor's like, hey, let me guess, you need some painkillers. You know, they don't just presume. They ask, where does it hurt? What's going on? And we'll go into this in more detail. And then, only then, you can tell the prospect to take action. And before even that, you've got to test the temperature of the prospect, see if they're ready, see if they're resonating with what you've got to say. If not, you'll loop back and summarize. If they're not hot, if they're not ready to take action. So you're seeing how you're not just forcing people to do things that they may not necessarily be ready to do. And then if they are ready and, you know, you ask a simple question like, how does all that sound? And they're like, yes, it sounds great. Then you can transition into the close. You see, closing and selling are two separate arts. You have to understand that most people are very good salespeople. They'll sell what they believe in. They'll tell them every reason why they should do what they believe they should be doing. But closing is a completely separate thing. And this is why I want to share this with you on today's webinar. So let's go into detail and explain this in detail. we've got to prepare for our calls. You see, preparation for a call, like it has that picture right there. Preparation is the key to success. So let's just work from top to bottom here. Go in with an empty mind. Go in any sales presentation, any call with a prospect with an empty mind. Don't go in decluttered. Maybe you want to take 10 minutes before a call and just detach yourself from any outcome, emotionally detach yourself from any outcome, and just understand that before you can help somebody, you have to understand where they're at. You are there to serve and help them, you know. And although you may detach yourself from the outcome, you must also go in there and visualize the outcome that you desire, but you're not getting emotionally attached to that. So if that doesn't happen, you're not throwing the phone at the wall if it didn't happen, or you're going mad at the person, or whatever it is. So you are visualizing how you can serve people at the highest level, but you're detaching yourself from the outcome emotionally. You must stick to a script. I'm going to walk you through a generic template so you guys can create your own script, because you need a script to follow. You know, you need a script to follow. If this is something new and you're just going in on calls and you're not sure what to say, I'm going to be breaking that down. And you need to understand this process. You need to understand this process. And most of all, have fun with the prospect. Selling is about creating an atmosphere of ease. If people aren't at ease, they're uneasy and no sale will take place. So let's start with attention. Yeah, from top to bottom, you need to get the prospect's attention within the first 4 seconds. And there's some key fundamentals that you need to have in place. You need to have charisma and build rapport fast. And the way you do that is through your tonality and your body language. Don't be fooled to think just because you're on the phone, the prospect can't see you. You see, right now, you can probably tell I'm very excited, I'm very passionate, and I've got a big smile on my face. I've got my hands waving around, and I'm doing this because I'm passionate. I'm showing I have charisma, and I'm not putting this on. This is me as a person, and you need to become that person that you want to be to capture the attention of the prospect. So who would you want to follow? Would you want to follow somebody that's like the shoulders are slumped, the hands are folded in the lap, the tonal patterns like this, and they're saying, hello, how are you? It says we've got a call in our diary. Or would you want to speak to somebody that's like, hey, how's it going, V? Phil here. What's happening in your world? I'm bringing somebody into my energy, into my field. I'm being authentic and transparent. So I'm not telling you to be fake here. I'm telling you to be the best you, the most authentic and transparent self. And this will mean you have to manage your state and emotions. So you may be coming off a call where it didn't go your way, and you're about to jump on another call, and you thought it was going to be that big sale, but are you going to take the energy of a previous experience, a previous circumstance, and share that with a prospect, somebody that you want to serve in the highest level? No, you have to lead with the heart. Lead with the heart. Like Leon said at the start, be authentic. What we share with you is very powerful. And if you're not coming from a heart-centered place, eventually you'll be found out and people will not want to work with you. And then you need to lead the prospect by stating your intention. So let's look at an example. So I'm with Leon here, and Leon's my prospect on the phone. And I've got his attention. I'll be like, hey, Leon, how's it going? He says, we've got a call here. You applied for a session with us, and I'm really excited to see how I can serve you best.
Awesome.
He's like, awesome, great. Remember, we're generating leads that want to work with us here, and this is what you should be striving for here, guys. So I'm going to lead Leon now, and I'm going to say something like this, guys. So you might want to print screen this, guys. You really might want to print screen this. So I'm going to say, okay, Leon, do you mind if I ask you a few questions in order for me to really know more about you and your business or current situation? I'd like to explore 3 key things specifically. I'd like to get clear about where you want to go, your goals, your aspirations. Then from there, let's take a look at your current situation to see what's going on in your business and your life. Then we'll assess what roadblocks are in the way right now. But after all this, we can see if I can help you in any way. And if not, I'll definitely lead you in the right direction. Sound fair enough?
Sounds awesome. Let's do it.
Awesome. See that, guys? I've transitioned from getting attention. I've got a call with you. I'm super excited. He's like, yeah, me too. And I'm going to say this and lead Leon into the interest phase. So who thinks, we've got the chat box open here. I know this is a small group that we've got here, but who thinks they could say that simple sentence to help set their calls up in the best way? If you could, capital letters, yes. I'd love to see that in the chat box. If you think you could say something simple like that to set your calls up, to start to lead the prospect instead of them leading you, asking questions up front. So we got, yes, awesome. People are engaged. They're ready. And it's as simple as this when you know the steps, guys. And I'm glad that we're following this. So interest, we've now transitioned into the interest stage, and it's not about how much you're interested in, it's about you being very interested with the prospect. So like I said earlier, you've got to be the doctor of sales, the good doctor. Yeah, 80% of buying decisions are made right here in this interest phase. So you must go wide with your questions, then go deep. And I'm going to show you an example so you can see this and understand it better for your niche. This is where you probe, and you don't give solutions at this stage. You see, like, guys, I know we're coaches, consultants, and helpers, and we've got the answers, but right now it's about the prospect. We've got 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. So we must keep the solutions to ourselves, no matter how excited we may feel that we can help them. We must keep asking good questions and building deep unconscious rapport. We must find the prospect's core problems and frustrations. And this is much more emotional rather than logical. So it's meant to say interest at the top there, guys, but it says attention. So we're still in the interest phase. So you've got to create your questions based on these 3 areas around your niche. So again, your goals, their goals, dreams and aspirations, the current situation, and the roadblocks, challenges, obstacles they're facing that's stopping them. So I've got that image there, and these are good open-ended questions that you can use to create the perfect set of questions. Who, why, what, where, when, and I'm going to give you an extra one that isn't on there. How. Who, what, why, where, when, and how. You want to ask these questions. So like, how does that feel? How does that look? Where do you want to go? What's in the way? And we're going to go into a tangible visual example right now. So remember I said you've got to go wide and then go deep with your questioning. You must do this. So the reason we do this just before we go into the example is because you don't want to go and get intrusive with somebody too soon. Sometimes you may not have a deep relationship with them just yet. They may see you as an authority, but you may not have that connection with them where you can be, too probing too early. Trust. So Leon said it there, you got to develop trust. Stole the word right out of my mouth. And the way we do that is by going wide with our question, big picture, then go deep, specifics. So let's look at what this looks like. So I'm going to transition with Leon. So I'm preparing to go into the question. So, okay, Leon, tell me about where you want to go and what you want to achieve in your business. And I'm just going to ask something like that. And Leon's going to tell me, what would you say with that, Leon?
So where I want to go is part of my 18-month plan. I want to scale the business up to, I think I put the original plan down as 700,000.
Yeah. And
there's a few things in there that I need to focus on in terms of marketing and sales. And I suppose that's where you can help me, Phil.
Awesome. Awesome. So Leon, what else do you want?
I want to change the life that I'm living in line with the things that I want as part of my vision board, some of the goals that I have, and which is going to impact me and my children and my girlfriend.
Amazing. I resonate. As you know, I've got my partner as well. I've got my baby on the way. I mean, what else do you want that's got to be more to this?
There's so many things. The goals that I have to set up a charitable foundation, as well as, just the obvious things. I want to get some of the rewards that I want for the hard work that I'm putting in. the car that I want to drive,
Wow.
the house that I want to live in. And it's not about going after these material possessions because they're the focus. It's because I want to experience these things in line with the effort that I'm putting into the work.
Mate, I feel you. Like, is there anything else that you can add to this just so I can get a real clear picture?
I think the key thing is just accountability towards heading to these goals. That's the key.
Amazing, amazing. So, guys, look at the screen. What else do you want? What else do you want? What else do you I'm letting him share where he's at. Guys, if you're getting light bulb moments here, just comment yes. I'd love to see that if you're getting some light bulb moments, because I've gone wide. I've let Leon tell me. And now here's the thing, guys. While you're commenting yes, here's where it gets really, really exciting. So I've gone wide. Leon, let's go back, because you mentioned you want to scale the business to 700,000, which is a phenomenal goal. Why is that important to you?
It's important because it takes me to where I want to be financially.
Yeah.
It takes me to where I want to be in terms of some of the training that I want to experience. And so in order to get the training that I want from some of the top people that you saw me around in the presentation earlier, it takes some investment. And more to the point, I want to be coached and mentored by these guys, and they don't come cheap. So if I want to live that lifestyle, if I want to be in that place where I can scale my knowledge to the next level, I need to be earning that kind of income.
Wow. Feel you. So what's the biggest challenge you're facing right now in regards to getting there?
The biggest challenge, I'd say that the key challenge is time, because I'm working on my 18-month plan, which I explained to you guys earlier. And it's all about continuing to build this foundation. And so for me, rather than it being a challenge, it's actually something I'm super passionate and excited about.
Yeah, I feel you. And how does it make you feel trying to attain this goal and facing these challenges and just the excitement? Tell me.
It's on another level. It's beyond 100%. I wake up going to sleep thinking about this thing. I'm dreaming about it. It's part of who I am. It's ingrained in my DNA.
Amazing. So guys, then I've gone deep into I want to understand everything about that first point, and you'd be taking notes as you're speaking to the person, because
Absolutely.
I need to remember what he's saying. I don't want to look a fool on the phone. And Leon, what did you say before? I've gone deep, and remember I said earlier, this is rather emotional rather than logical. Guys, is this making sense? Please just comment yes again if you're getting epiphany moments. I haven't even started presenting solutions yet. Leon's sharing why it's important to him, what his biggest challenges are, how does he feel, and what's happening is we're building deep, unconscious rapport, which is so valuable. Great, we've got the yeses coming, which I love to see. So another one. Who thinks they could ask questions like this to help serve their prospects in the best way possible? I'd love to see some more yeses if you feel like you could do that. Because this ain't rocket science, is it, guys? This is not rocket science. This is when you got the blueprint. Yes, defo, awesome. I'm glad. Yes. We feel we can do this. So we're getting closer to your goals, and this is what me and Leon are all about. So
absolutely,
we must now transition. We've got to summarize the interest process, play back what you've shared with, what the prospect shared with you. You need to ask them, apart from everything we've discussed, is there anything else you'd like to add? So like, I'd be taking notes, and Leon's telling me he wants 700,000 in his business. He wants the life for his kids, his partner. He wants to scale up. He wants to work with this coach, that coach. I'm taking notes. He's telling me his challenges, his frustrations, everything, the roadblocks. I'm taking notes. And at this point, I'm summarizing. So Leon, you tell me you're here. You tell me you want to be here. And you're telling me this is in the way. This is a challenge. You don't quite understand this. Apart from what we've discussed right now, is there anything else you'd like to add?
Not right now, Phil.
See that? Like, guys, it's very, very simple. So now I can shift the gears and start to ask for permission to help, because I don't want to presume that, he wants my answers, even though I'm pretty like 99% sure he'd still want to know where I'm at. I want to start getting small commitments along the line from Leon and get him into what's called a yes role. So I'm going to be like, hey, Leon, is it okay if I share a few ideas that I feel can help you understand this part to what you told me, this part to what you told me, and this part to what you told me?
Absolutely.
There we go. I'm getting him to start to agree with me. Yes, yes. I'm getting him on a yes role. So now you have to be the figure of authority. Guys, if you don't know your stuff about what you're learning, what you're teaching, then you're going to struggle at this point. You need to know your product, your service, not to the point where it's inside out, because I can assume that there's so much to it, but know the outcome inside out and understand the challenges that prospects face so you can help them at the highest level. This point, I'm going to diagnose and declare one pill at a time. I don't want to throw the kitchen sink at Leon, so then he's knocked out. I want to diagnose and declare one issue at a time, and again, get small commitments. Is that making sense?
Absolutely.
Is that making sense? There we go. So now is your time where you can start to offer the solutions. And what you want to do is focus on really why they're facing the challenges and what they should be considering. You don't really want to go into the how. Okay, guys, because what we want to do is we want to shift the prospect's attention on what's possible. What's possible, because they're focusing on the problems and not the solutions. They're focusing on the frustrations, not the solutions. And what we're doing, and this is what it's called desire, we're rekindling the flame of desire, just like Think and Grow Rich speaks about. We've got Think and Grow Rich in front of us over here. We got to rekindle the desire, and this is why you don't have to feel awkward about being a sales professional, because sales professionals help people make breakthroughs and get them into a state of burning desire. So here's some tools, guys, that you must understand and use to build desire. So contrast and compare. So Leon, you told me when you was facing this challenge with your marketing, regarding the Facebook ads. So here's where you was going wrong, and I just want to show you sort of what we do and how you can sort of see the difference between that. Does that make sense?
That makes total sense.
Amazing. Future pacing. See, Leon, if you use this strategy where you've only made £100 a month, you can actually turn this into £100 a day. Does that make sense?
Awesome.
See, guys, I'm going through, I'm summarizing, I'm identifying the problem, and I'm showing him what's possible. InkSpot. So here, Leon, with your Facebook ads, with your sales strategy, you was completely missing this point because you just didn't know it. InkSpots are blank points where the prospect doesn't know what they don't know. Yeah. They don't know what they don't know. So Leon, you was missing this completely. Do you see how you missed that in the process?
Absolutely.
There we go. Testimonies. So here's a testimony from somebody that we worked with, Leon, that used these strategies. How exciting is that?
Wow.
There we go. Analogies. Imagine, Leon, if you use these strategies, what would your business look like?
Ooh.
And that's just like a metaphor as well.
Yeah.
Polarization. I'm going to take it away. So Leon, you see, if you continue doing what you're doing, it's detrimental to your future and that 700,000 that you want to create.
Wow.
There you go. And if we don't identify and take action on these right now, I'm going into scarcity, guys. You can see how you're going to just literally watch your dreams slipping through your fingers, and you don't want that, do you?
Absolutely no way.
Guys, amazing tools. Print screen that, guys. Are we getting some light bulb moments here? Are we getting some epiphanies? Comment yes if we are. I'd love to see some capitals. I'd love to see some defos if this is resonating. I'm loving this, guys. I'm loving this. So then we have to transition and test the temperature, because you see sometimes the prospect may not see what you're seeing when you're breaking it down. So we can't presume just because we've had all these yeses that the prospect is burning hot with desire. We then need to test the temperature. So Leon, based on everything that I've told you, how does all that sound?
Sounds pretty good at the moment.
Yeah, I've diagnosed, I've declared, and it sounds good. It sounds good. He's seeing it, he's with me. If they're still cold, so like, we identify that they don't understand. He's like, well, I don't quite understand how that worked for that person when I shared the testimony. I don't quite understand this. I don't quite understand that. They're not hot. I'm not ready to start saying, okay, Leon, sign right here, because I'll blow everything.
Absolutely.
I'll blow everything I've worked for. So until we have to transition after we've diagnosed and declare, We're just going to use this simple term. How does all that sound? How does that sound? That's going to give you an opportunity to do what's called a trial close to see if they're ready to step into taking action. When we go into action, the prospect understands clearly what you're saying. They understand the suggestions you've made. They see the possibility. Now we're transitioning into closing, completely different to selling. We must become a figure of authority. You see, we're conditioned to follow leaders. We're conditioned from, when with our parents from young children, if they say something, it goes. Teachers at school, the bosses at work, whatever it is, we must become that figure of authority. Remember though, guys, that doesn't mean you tell them what to do in a way that, disempowers them. You are there to serve them. So believe in your outcome, and you must pre-frame your close. And I'm going to go into exactly what that is for you guys. I'm going to give an example and let them know the summary of how you can help and ask for permission to share it with them. So I'm going to give an example with Leon right now, guys, and this is as simple as it is. So based on everything you've told me, so just before we go into this, guys, I've asked Leon, how did that sound? Mm-hmm. He's like, yeah, it's great. I'm going to be like, so based on everything you've told me, Leon, I feel I have a set of ideas and solution and a program that can massively help you scale your business to that 700,000 goal. Now, before I share how that exactly works with you, I just want to make sure you're okay with that. Is that okay?
That's perfect.
See that, guys? I've pre-framed and got him ready to receive the information to close the sale. I've not just presumed and say, look, you've got this problem, you've got that problem, and da 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 da. I've told him based on everything he's told me, I feel like I've got something that's a perfect fit for him. Before I share it with you, I just want to make sure you're okay with that. Very simple language. I'm a leader. I'm there to serve. And I'm not just presuming that I'm just going to drag somebody over the line. So when we present our offer, there's 4 steps to closing that we must follow to meet the psychology and mindset of a prospect. You see, you've got very analytical people and you've got very, what we like to call action-orientated people, and they're ready to go. And we must use this 4-step process to meet where the prospect may be at. Because closing has to be emotional and logical. It has to emotionally get them excited about these steps they're going to take. And it has to logically make sense. Because if somebody just signs up based on hype, and are making lots of money or, getting rid of a problem, once you leave the selling situation, they'll start to have what's called buyer's remorse because they can't quite make sense of the decision they've made. So this is why you don't just want it to be all hype. And if you just try and be very logical with it and you're not connecting emotionally with the prospect, then you're going to get somebody that isn't quite excited to work with you, and their over-analytical mind will throw many objections your way. And what we want to do here is minimize the objections. So we're actually knocking objections at the park before they even arise. So the first thing we do is lead with the outcome. So I've asked permission to present. Now he's basically told me I can share the program with him. So Leon, we have a program that can get you X, Y, Z result. Mm-hmm. So I put the image of the result that he ultimately desires in his head. I have a company that I work with that can get you X, Y, Z result. Number 2, show them the map. The way this works is that over X amount of weeks, X amount of months, X amount of years, we work with you step by step, ensuring we get to that outcome.
Awesome.
And during this, I'm checking in. Are you with me? Are you with me? Does this make sense? Yes. The next step is, and this is for the super analytical people, we need to tell them what's included, because just seeing the map may not be enough. In their mind, they're going, but how? But why? When? So for the super analytical people, and I'm just presuming everybody's like this, because I want to make sure that we've got an emotional and airtight logical case. What's included in each and every week, in each and every month, in each and every day is we speak every single week. We have an accountability session every single weekend. I'm going to give you this resource and that resource to make sure that we cover this part and that part. Is this making sense, Leon, how this can really help?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then finally, I'm then going to share the investment and ask for the order. And believe me, Leon, if you even get half the results that most people get when they work with us, you'll be very, very impressed. Sound fair enough?
Sounds good.
Great. So the way this works, you can even join at this level or at this level. Either way, you're going to get the desired result. Which one's best for you?
Cool.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And guys, is this making sense? I want to see some yeses. If this is just giving you those light bulb moments, those epiphanies, to see how you don't have to be scared of this. You actually have to be very excited, because now you can see that whether you're selling, like Leon said, you may have thought, well, how can I sell a $10,000 program?
Absolutely.
Well, the money is irrelevant when you're selling the outcome, because the outcome is priceless to all of us, because there's no price on the lifestyle that we know we deserve. It's a given. I just want it. And price is never an issue with that.
Cool. So let's bring it all together, guys. So I think you've probably found that ultra useful what Phil's just taking you through, because myself and Phil, we've invested tens of thousands of pounds over the years to learn the very thing that we've taken you through today, sales funnels, and more importantly, the sales aspect, which was secret 3. And this is massively important. But before we get into a bit more about that, I just want to show you how it all connects together. So hopefully you're seeing this diagram on your screen. And I want to take you from step 1 to step 5, which is where Phil has just taken you through. So everything leading up to step 5 is what I took you through earlier with sales funnels. So step 1 is, where do we get our traffic from? And as I mentioned to you, the 2 priority ones that I recommend are Facebook and Google AdWords. You also have LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram. There's many other platforms you can use, but the 2, as I mentioned, are Facebook and Google AdWords. You send people to your landing page where they opt in for your lead magnet. And generally, you'll put an ad out on Facebook as a boosted post, or you'll have ads running on YouTube as video ads, or on Google. And in step 2, this is where they land on your landing page and they give you a name and email and opt in, like we looked at earlier, where I showed you my lead generation handbook. That is then connected to your email marketing software in step 3. So when they opt in, they're now on your mailing list. It gives you the opportunity to go out to them. And behind that, you have the tripwire, which is step 4. You start to segment the people who want the freebies to the people who want to buy stuff at anything from $5 to $20 as a tripwire. And this is really where you get your marketing to pay for itself. And then we move into step 5. And step 5 is really for anybody who wants to sell a high ticket program, whether it's a consultancy, a coaching program, mentorship, anything like that, that you sell as a kind of one-to-one or a group coaching program. And this is, let's be real, you are trading some time for money, but this is from a leveraged point of view. Now, why is step 5 so important to you to get on the phone? You change the selling environment. It's all about high ticket products, and you get to speak to people, whereas a web page can only do so much, and your brand has to be huge in order for people to buy from you at such high levels. But when you're on the phone, as Phil's spoken about, you can come from a place of integrity, you can build up rapport. So you get to the point of know you, like you, trust you, and they will be ready to buy from you if it's a good fit with what you have to offer, linking to their problems and passions. And this is massively important, and this is the key. So even though we're talking about sales funnels and marketing online, if you want to make those high ticket sales, you have to get on the phone. Some people will come through to you as a referral and it makes the phone call easier. Some will come cold, and you've got to build up that trust, but it's massively important. Step 5. Okay, so here's a question, guys. I'm not sure why you showed up. Now, it could be because of the following. You've been scratching your head at how you stand out in a very crowded marketplace. You're sick and tired of getting unqualified prospects or even a lack of prospects, and you just didn't know where to start with your sales funnel. And above all else, you're frustrated with feeling sleazy, pushy, and like you're trying to convince people to join your business or program. And I'm sure you probably learned from what we've presented today, you don't have to feel that way when it's done the right way, when there's a foundation and a blueprint for you to follow. The 3 secrets that you discovered today, just so we can summarize, were secret 1, how to become an authority and attract customers to your services and products, no matter whether you're established or new. We went over secret 2, which was how to unlock the power of sales funnels for your marketing online. And Phil did secret 3, which was the exact 4-stage formula to close high premium end sales. I'll say that again. Close premium high end sales. And so these are massively important fundamentals to have in your marketing and sales toolbox. And we've taken you through those. Now, as promised, for everybody who jumped on the webinar, we have a 100% free Facebook ad marketing sales funnel. And you can get it free, totally free. You simply go to businessownerelevation.com/free-sales-funnel. You can go there and there's instructions on how you get it, how to download it, and how to use it. So that's the promise that we gave you at the beginning delivered. So we're not just giving you BS, we're giving you the truth, as I mentioned. And it's our full funnel that you saw the results from earlier and how we are getting people to buy onto our program as a result of it. So it brings us to a question.
It does indeed.
And the only question you should be asking yourself right now is, how can I get those results in my business? Isn't that right, guys? Give me a yes if that's what you're looking for. How do I get those results in my business? Yes, that's the question. Awesome. So we're getting some yeses from the chat crew. Thank you very much. So if you want to know right now, put ready in the chat box because we're going to explain in more detail. Cool.
Awesome.
So thanks for all the ready people. Like to have ready people, which is cool. Well, you can do it the slow way and try and patch together some of the stuff that you've learned from us today. And don't get me wrong, I understand that. I've done that before. I've jumped on webinars and I've thought, well, I'll try and use some of the things I've learned. I'll download some of the freebies and try and patch it together. But you and I both know trial and error is the slowest way to get results. And you know what? I've been there. I know it's the slowest way and it takes a lot of effort, time and money. Or you can do it the fast way. So the solution we've created to help you get fast results is the Elevation Blueprint. And so what I'd like is for Phil to tell you a bit more about the Elevation Blueprint.
I'm super excited about this, but you know, the fact of the matter is, guys, is this is not for everybody. This Elevation Blueprint, what we've put together is not for everybody. So just to let you know who it's not for, this is not for people who are not ready to invest time and effort to use the proven concepts to improve their circumstances. So if that's you, just leave right now. Honestly, it's okay. You're not ready. You're not an action taker. You're not ready to take action. It's not for people that just like to throw money at the problem and not implement the hard work. You know, and it's also not for people that are shocked with what they do. You know, because we know and share with you powerful sales and marketing strategies that get results. So if you aren't congruent with us and lead from the heart, this is totally not for you. I'm telling you straight up. So why have we created this Elevation Blueprint? So it's simple. We're designed to help you overcome the lack of clarity when it comes to knowing exactly what you need to do in order to get the results in your business. Because we know clarity is a big issue, lack of clarity. It's designed to help you overcome the lack of certainty and to get rid of any doubt whether you can make this work for yourself or not. As you saw, guys, you can make this work. So we've designed this to help you overcome the lack of certainty with it. It's designed to help you put the missing pieces together when it comes to a solid marketing and lead generation strategy. You see, guys, knowing and doing is completely separate things. When you come to doing, there's missing links, and we want to make sure that you've got them. And it's also designed to help you overcome the misunderstanding of exactly what sales is and how you can use it to help more people, because that's what selling is. It's not doing something to people, it's helping more people. So the Elevation Blueprint will make it easy to identify where the key obstacles are you are currently facing, identify which marketing strategies will best suit your business, and generate a constant flow of leads and sales to create continuous cash flow to help you live the lifestyle that you desire. That's what this is made for, to help it easy to do all that. So here's what you're going to get, guys. The Elevation Blueprint strategy, where we break down what's working and what's not working in your business through these key pillars. Take them through the pillars, Leon.
Okay, so the pillars of success, guys, in the elevation blueprint. So you have identify, where we help you to find your avatar. We have attract, where we attract ideal prospects into your business. So if you're thinking, well, you know, who is my target audience? How do I identify them? This is the key thing here. We then teach you how to convert prospects into clients, you know, using things like the sales funnel that we've given away for free. And then also lead, so serve your audience at the highest level, which is what Phil spoke about quite a lot. And it's really where you get your customers in, you know, whether they're right for you or not. And then you can point people, you know, to other resources if they're not right, but serve the others that are right for you. So a summary of what you're going to get: you'll get in the elevation blueprint, you'll get identify, which is valued at $50. You'll get the elevation blueprint attract and convert. You then also have lead, which will also help you as part of the 4 pillars. So they're $50, $50, and $47. Total value is $197 for the elevation blueprint. So this is what you get, guys. So as well as that, we are throwing in some bonuses. And I know a few of you asked earlier, which we will show you, some examples of lead generation or lead magnets. And so I'm getting mixed up with the title here, the lead generation handbook. So this is one of our lead magnets that we have available. It's a PDF and there is an audio version. So what I'd like to do is, first of all, just take you through bonus 1. And then what I'll do after this, I'll give you an example and show you what it actually looks like. And that was for V. And so you can see here, you can learn how to turn your customer problems into solutions that they want to buy from you. Revealed in this ebook, you will learn how to take your idea to a full online program whilst becoming a figure of authority. So this is for anybody who thinks, well, I'd love to have a program, but I don't know where to start. So this helps you with that. We then also, in the ebook, look at the little known secret to success in 4 hours with YouTube. So a little thing that I use, and that can help you even with a small email list. And then if you think that's awesome, so you're going to get the PDF and the audio book, we have another bonus for you. Phil.
So this is my baby right here, the objection smashing formula, plus 9 powerful closing techniques as well. So learn the 5 main categories of objections that most business owners don't even know they're facing every single day. They don't even know it's there, and we want to identify these for you. We want to reveal in this ebook the exact process and system you should be using to overcome any objection you face when it comes to closing sales on the phone. So if at the end of that 4-stage closing process, which was shared earlier, you do get an objection, like, let me think about it, I haven't got the money, you know exactly how to handle it to keep the person in your pipeline and overcome that objection to close. And then as a bonus, you're going to get the 9 powerful closing techniques you can swipe from us and use to guarantee you close anybody that's closable in your business. So this was an interview me and Leon did, where Leon was firing at me objection after objection after objection, and I was just handling them there and then. And we've transcribed the whole thing so you can see exactly what I've said, so you can take that, use it with the process on how to handle objections, so you can serve more people at the highest level.
Bonus 3. There's 3 bonuses, guys. Are you getting this? So we've already put in 2, and there's a 3rd one. So what Phil has just spoken about there, we've coupled this with something where we've just taken it to the next level. We put together something called the secret sales script. And this secret sales script is the very script that we use in order to get people onto our high ticket programs. And so this is why at the very beginning I said, use all this from an ethical point of view. I've come from a place of integrity, because this sales script is proven to work and it's massively successful and effective. So you'll get over the shoulder, a 2-part video training and 7-page script guide to closing over the phone. So not only will you learn from the objection smashing formula how to handle objections, but you'll have the videos to show you how we actually do it. And then we break it down and you can use the script yourself. So there's a PDF, you can print it off and doctor and tailor it for your own business. It will work in any niche and any industry. We have tested this and believe me, absolutely works. And it comes from many years of creating our own scripts and lots of, like I said earlier, tens of thousands of pounds and dollars invested in sales training and marketing. And this is the thing that we have available for you guys. I'd say it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. So, you know, guys, I know I was telling you to print screen during the webinar. Forget all that. You can have it all in here.
Yeah.
And it's a full-blown structure.
Absolutely. So that's ready to go. So before I go into them and show you them, I just want to recap, guys, so you can see. So Old habits suck. So if you're thinking, wow, these are all really cool things, but I'll stick to what I know. I mean, how demoralizing is that?
I said it earlier,
Yeah.
do the same things, you get the
Expecting a
same
different
results.
results. Yeah. And this is the thing, you know, you don't want to be stuck in old habits. The whole point of learning new and going out of your comfort zone is so you can grow. This is what we do. This is part of what, you know, we hold each other accountable for, and this is really important. So I'm going to give you a summary, guys. Here's what you're going to get. So you get the elevation blueprint, identify. You'll also have attract, $50, $50. You then have convert, $50. And then you will also have lead, all part of the elevation blueprint, $47. You'll then get bonus 1, which is the lead generation handbook, PDF and audiobook. Bonus 2, the objection smashing formula, $97. You have bonus 3, the secret sales script and objection handling, valued at $197. Believe you me, you'll pay a lot more for some sales courses out there, and they won't have the effectiveness of what we've got in this bonus. Total value $538. I'd say that's pretty awesome for a package. Would you agree?
100%, guys. When you're looking at what you're getting here to help you get it, that's well worth it alone.
Cool. So here's the thing, guys. If all this did for you was finally get you a business online that is actually making you money, would it be worth it? You know, give me some yeses in the chat box right now if this is making sense, guys, what we're presenting to you. And if all this did for you was give you a solid game plan for generating traffic that actually worked, would it be worth it?
We got some yeses.
Yes, we can see them coming through. Awesome. And imagine just to get you one successful automated sales funnels that brought in ready to do business prospects. Would it be worth it? You know what? I know it would be absolutely worth it. And we've already given the sales funnel away for free. You had that link earlier. And so it's all about having the right foundation and blueprint, as I mentioned. And part of this you've already got. And so the bonuses, honestly, they just take it to the next level.
Got some more yeses coming through, which is awesome.
So here's a guarantee, guys. If at the end of the elevation blueprint, you feel you've received zero value to help your business move forward or help you move forward, whoa, you'll get the full investment back and keep the bonuses. How about that for a, you know, that's just an ironclad guarantee.
Well, I just know that when people have these blueprint sessions and they go through the 4 pillars, that they get massive value. But if you feel you don't, no problem, you know, no problem. But we know it's about identifying, attracting, converting, and then leading at the highest level. You need to know those 4 key pillars, plus the bonus is absolutely ridiculous. So information alone won't save you. It really won't, guys. So what's the investment? Well, you won't have to pay $538. You won't have to pay that today. You won't even have to pay $197, which is basically what alone the elevation blueprint is worth, along without the bonuses. And this is crazy, and I can't believe we're doing this. But you know what? We want to make sure we're helping as many people at the highest level. You won't pay that, and there's more. Webinar only deal. Oh, I forgot about this. I totally forgot about this. So for those that are watching this right now and want to take advantage, this is fast action, because, you know, it's like Think and Grow Rich says, the opposite of decision is procrastination. So if you don't act on and make a decision, you're leading with procrastination. But for those that want to act and decide right now, you get, as a bonus, you get it for $27 today. You can get it for $27, which is crazy. And that's like £21 UK money. All you got to do is go to businessownerelevation.com/blueprint. That's where you got to go. And the fast action bonus, which we're going to throw in, is I did a seminar to a group of network marketers. And Leon, I'll tell you, you know, at times people are paying £200 to be in a room learning these strategies from us. But I did a live seminar all around the AIDA formula. So I went into even more detail, as you saw on the webinar, on how to put the AIDA formula into your business. So this was for coaches, network marketers, and consultants. So for those that make the decision and go to businessownerelevation.com/blueprint, you also get this It's a 3-part video series breakdown of when I was at a seminar. The first video is setting yourself up for success. The second video is the secret to attracting your perfect prospect. The third video is selling, closing, and crushing objections. So it's basically bringing it all together, and that's for those that take action right now. So another summary, Leon.
Yeah, another summary, guys. You know what? I know this is absolutely amazing value. So we have the elevation blueprint. We have all of that there, and so you'll get all of the different parts of that. And I don't know why we've got to update that part there, all the 4 modules, but look, we've got the 3 bonuses. All of those bonuses are amazing, plus the fast action bonus, which is Phil doing the ADA live at an event. And so total value $635. And you know what, guys, this isn't BS. This is time that we've invested in this. I know V asked earlier, you know, what does it take to create the web pages, the funnel, and all these things? It takes a lot of time, but when you have it as a resource. And so we've done that. We've invested our time into this. So let's go to the next screen. So here it is, guys. Look, even with the fast action bonus, start now, it's still only $27. And so you can see that the currency conversion is like £21. And you can go to that web address, businessownerelevation.com/blueprint, and start the process. And so there it is, guys. You know, it's such an amazing offer. I think just going through all the bonuses, everything that's in the package, this is going to take your business to the next level. Phil.
You can have one and one only, results or excuses. I'm really looking forward to going through these blueprints with people. Yeah. You know, I really am, because the blueprints will show that you can get results. You know, the results are there. Or you can decide to, you know, like Leon said, do the old habits way and just, you know, stick with the excuses, which is okay. You know, if it's not for you, it's not for you. So go to businessownerelevation.com/blueprint. You will see this very page. You want to put your details in, get it for, how much is it, Leon?
$27.
$27. $27.
£21.
£21. And you get all those bonuses plus the blueprint session where we go through the 4 pillars. So that's step 1. Step 2 is putting in your credit card information to secure your elevation blueprint. Step 3, click the button, confirm and complete your order. You will see this page where it will be like a mini receipt. So I'm just walking you through the process here so you know how simple it is to claim this. Then we will get confirmation that you've requested the elevation blueprint. We will then, well, you'll see this, just follow these steps. Then just book in to the session so we can schedule the blueprint with you. We want to make sure that, you know, you're set up, you're ready to go. We can go through those 4 key pillars. On that call as well, we'll make sure you get all your bonuses. So it's on that call, all your bonuses will be sent over to you.
Absolutely. So as part of that, you just simply select a date that works with you. So you can see there's a few dates we have available on the calendar. So just choose one that works with you. And we put these dates in weekly so they don't go too far into the future, because we like to make sure that we act on things now rather than putting things off. And that's important for your business as well. So once you've done that, you've booked in your call, you've made the purchase, here is the page. So you'll get onto the page and you can see we have at the top the bonus lead generation handbook. That we've got a reminder, which is the elevation blueprint, the link to get to the calendar to book your call in. We also have the objection smashing formula where you can download the ebook. We also have under that the secret sales script. And so we have the videos and the PDFs. And so it's all on one page ready for you to get access to. So remember, guys, I know we've put a lot into this and it's very straightforward. You get started for $27. The elevation blueprint, just go to businessownerelevation.com/blueprint. Very straightforward. You know, there's not much more to it, is there?
Now I'm just looking at the comments and I'm like, I can see people going, yes, whoa, results. So I'm super excited.
I know we had some questions as well and a few things. And what I want to do, guys, is just switch. So if you just bear with me, what I'm going to do is jump into one of the PDFs, because I know there was a couple of you asking about these. So if you bear with me a second. So I'm going to jump into, first of all, here is the lead generation handbook, and just let me know that you're seeing this. All right, guys. So if I can just go full screen, there we go. So this is my ebook that you'll get. It's also a lead magnet that I use. And so
It's a crazy over delivery lead magnet.
So how many pages? 24 pages, and so you'll see how to create, launch, and sell your coaching course in 90 days and generate a 5-figure plus monthly income. And so you can see there it is. You create these. I'm going to give you the secrets here, guys. This was created using Microsoft Word. And so, you know what I mean? Like, there is no BS, no hype. We show you the way. And so you get all of this content. And so then you can use this. Look, there's the 4,000 in 4 hours story. So you can see that. It's very straightforward, full contents. And then we break it all down. So you can see, there you go. That is an example of one of the ebooks. So that's one. What I can probably do, see if we can jump into, let me just stop. I'm going to see if I can get Phil's ebook up now, which is the Objection Smashing Formula, guys. So just let me know that you're seeing this in the chat box.
I can see Luke. Love you too, Lukey.
We love you too, Lukey. Thank you, thank you. I really hope that you found this training useful today, guys, because this has gone out exclusively to our Facebook group, who've had, you know, the head start on everybody else, and so they're getting really early doors looking at this. And so you got to make sure you get into our Facebook group, Business Owner Elevation. Look, here is Phil, and I'll let you into another secret. I also created this in Microsoft Word.
So V has put, whoa, I thought there was a special software. I am a Word pro. So there you go, guys.
Look, I'm going to give you one more secret, V. When you're in Word, go to File, Save As, and select PDF, and there you go. You get your PDF ready.
and for those that have already got the blueprint, obviously you're going to get the bonuses. But when we go through the blueprint and we establish maybe what lead magnets you've got already, what you're working with, what you're thinking about, you know, we'll make sure and let you know whether or not it should be something you should be going with, and identify what should be going forward. So, guys, I mean, again, because this has gone out to small segments of our Facebook group at a time. So we've had a couple of questions come through. If you have got any more questions, please fire them in the box around the elevation blueprint, the Leon's part with the sales funnels, the 4-step closing process. Please just throw them in the chat box. But Leon, from a network marketer, this one, and I mean, I could answer this, but I know you can really go into it as well. You know, I'm not in network marketing. I'm in network marketing, but I'm also looking at coaching. Can this work for both?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think one of the key things, and I know we've both come across this, Phil, like especially the network marketers, you've had more experience than me, way more, but I've experienced part of network marketing. I've never been in it 100%, but I have dabbled and tested. But here's the thing, guys, what we have realized is, in the example that, so if you look at them, they're very successful in network marketing, but now their brands are not known just for network marketing. They're known for the training and the coaching services that they offer. Now, if you are in network marketing and you've done this before, even if you're brand new, wouldn't it be more empowering if people came to you as a figure of authority in network marketing because of your methods of actually getting results, your training? So imagine if you put together training and coaching, so you're not trying to sell the products of the company that you're currently in, but what you can show people and then sell to them is the training and how they attract in new downline and how they can get more customers. Imagine that people came to you, you join a network marketing company or even one that you're already in, and people say, wow, you need to speak to Tom. Tom has training on how to get sales, how to do marketing, how to attract people in. Not to mention the fact that Tom works in whatever network marketing company he does, and therefore can also sell those products as the back end. So you see, the thing is, for any industry, this will work. It doesn't matter what you're in, whether it's sales, marketing, consultancy, accountancy, as long as you deliver something of value to people, people always need a solution and they need training or coaching. You know, if this way is to model somebody out there, and if you model the things that we've put together, you'll see that this can also work for your business.
Yeah, 100%. And to give you a tangible example, you can see, you guys saw that I worked with John Pemberthy. He's, you know, he's a network marketer first and foremost, and he now just transitioned into building this huge brand. And I had a conversation with him, and he said, you know, you always lead with your brand, and you have your companies, whether they're affiliate marketing, network marketing, whatever it is, at the back end. So people are always buying into you, And then after that, it doesn't matter what you're recommending to them. So leaving the brand up front. To give you another tangible example, you saw I worked with Brian Finale, and I won that award at an event of his in online marketing, affiliate marketing. So the way we did that was, so you might be thinking right now, I'm new to this, I haven't got results, I can't position myself. You can. What you do is you leverage other trainings out there, other ideas, other strategies. And this is how myself and my buddy Seb, we crushed it in an affiliate program, and it was exactly the same strategies as we're going through, and that we'll go through with you in the Elevation Blueprint. But you brand yourself up front, and then what you're doing is you're leveraging other people's results. So what I did early on was, I hadn't generated my first lead. I was all offline. So what I did was, hey, I'd go to my audience, which once I established my target market, and I knew that there was in pain, they wanted to generate leads. I hadn't generated leads. So I went, hey, who'd want to learn from me that I'd learned from a webinar with Ray Higdon, how to get your first 5 leads on Facebook? Who'd like that training? And everybody's like, yeah, me, because I'd been and I was studying Ray, I was working with Ray, I'd attend his webinars, I'd attend his trainings, and then I just literally invest into his ideas, learn them myself, then teach them to others. And I remember being with Ray in Austin, Texas, and he said, this is the trick. He said, I haven't got the capacity to reach the amount of people that I'd like to meet. So please take my ideas and distribute them to people. So that's what I did. That's what I did. So guys, if you're there in network marketing and coaching, going back to the original question, yes, it can work for both. If you're there and you're thinking, well, I haven't got results right now, you don't need the results. What you need is the desire.
Yeah, absolutely. The results will come next. In the first step, the teacher doesn't say to you, for a brand new teacher at a high school, let's say even primary school, I've took a class through 2 and got results X. They've just done it and taught. And that's the same thing with you. You can just start by teaching. As your customers, your clients, your students get results from the programs that you have, then you can start to show the results as a result of what they've learned from you. So it will work. My background is that I had a marketing agency. That's been the key thing I've done since around about 2004, my own bricks and mortar business. I still have that running right now. So just for anybody out there thinking, I'm a service delivery company and I can't do that, you can. People need to learn whatever valuable information and knowledge you have. So it's massively important. Next question, Phil.
That leads on to another question. Will this work for my niche? And, the best way to put that is, depending on what niche you're in. So you could be in coaching, consulting, network marketing, another service-based online business. Yes, this can work for your niche because the principles to marketing and sales remain the same, whether you're selling a product, a service, a coaching program, or whatever it is, or you're an affiliate in a company or a network marketing business. What me and Leon have come to understand is there's 3 types of traffic. There's 3 types of traffic, and depending on what niche you're in, all we've got to do is establish which type of traffic that you need to taproot into. To go into the nitty gritty of it, it'll be pretty long, but yes, these strategies are used by, I was looking at a webinar the other day, Leon, and I saw a guy that had a generators company. He sold generators, and he used sales funnels and blogging all online, and he'd stopped all of his offline marketing in local papers, magazines, flyers. He cut all that out because he could taproot specifically to the people that were looking for generators, which goes back to getting your audience right.
Absolutely. And you know what, guys, like, we're not saying that you need to stop any of the marketing that you're doing. What we are showing you and what we've taken you through with our own sales funnel and our own marketing that we're doing currently on Facebook and on YouTube through Google AdWords is that this is working for us. If you have something that is working for you, awesome. If this can be added as another string to your bow and help you to scale in a new market or a new channel online, then this is what we are presenting to you guys. And the blueprint, the elevation blueprint, is where we'll help you to map out how that will work for your business. And so even if at this point you're still thinking, well, I'm not quite sure if it'll work for me or how it will work for me, this is the answer that we have. So we've done it for you, and we are showing you the method, and it covers all the bases, because that's what it's doing for us right now.
A question, Leon.
Yeah.
Can people pay that $27 by PayPal?
Yes, you can pay by PayPal. We have the option right now. If you go to businessownerelevation.com/blueprint, you can pay using debit or credit card. So it will accept both. If you want to take advantage using PayPal, the best thing to do is email us on the support email, which is hello@businessownerelevation, and then we can make that option available for you. It's just that most people we've found tend to just pay with a debit or credit card on the link that we've given you right there. But it is an option if you do need PayPal.
Awesome. Just thought I'd get that out there. Another question, Leon, and this is definitely for you. I know we've worked extensively on our ads. And
yeah.
The last 6 weeks specifically, we've gone really deep into it.
Yeah.
Somebody's asked, how do I guarantee my Facebook ads work?
Okay, the way that you guarantee your Facebook ads work is that you must work, and there is no guarantees when it comes to setting your ads up. What we have is a model that you can follow, and the key thing about the model is to start small, so you don't invest lots and think, oh, I've spent lots, not got any results, and now I'm annoyed at spending lots and not getting results. So what we'll show you in a specific part of the blueprint is how we do it, and we specifically take this model of investing approximately £2 per ad group, and we will tell you more about that when we're on the elevation blueprint call. So we break it down, because to go into that right now is a heck of a lot of training to explain, but we'll do that specifically so you understand what's involved.
Yeah, so to give you a tangible example from the webinar, you saw I spent time recently with Jabril Agoro, who's a Facebook ad specialist, and also obviously Tom Breeze. And this is something me and Leon have been really, really scaling out. So you saw the example where we'd only spent like £3.71 on
£3.31.
£3.31. I got, sorry, too expensive there. We'd spent £3.30 on an ad. They went through, it converted into a lead. So we got the email, which is great. We could then follow up with them with our soap opera secrets. But that person went on and bought the tripwire, which then broke even on the ad spend, which is the key, really. But here's the trick, guys.
It made profit, didn't break even, it made profit.
Yeah, it really did. It made profit, guys, which is very, very powerful. So here's the trick, guys, and this is why we've done these elevation blueprints. Most people don't have a sequential ascension model or sales funnel in place for their products and a value ladder. Because we had our value ladder there, and this is something that we need to help you with the identify part. We had our low end, our free offer, which got the lead in, cost us £3.31. It helped us go profit for $7 on the tripwire, because it was a low end product. We've had people also buy the IPM formula, which is the upsell, which now that's starting to cover future ad spend.
Absolutely.
Now. But the real killer, and why this has really worked for us, and why we've been able to do over $20,000 in within 30 days, guys, is because at the back end of our value ladder, we had our high ticket programs. So we made many sales of £2,000, which just absolutely helped us. And this is why, I mean, 20,000. Most people look at that as a great result. And, we high-fived and was really happy with it. But that is just the beginning.
It's the beginning. It's the beginning.
Now we've got cash in the bank with this new business and this new venture. It's like, what is possible now. We don't have to stick to £2 a day ad budget. So we started small, guys. You see it right there. £3.31 ad spend on that one conversion.
Absolutely.
Starting very small, and that's what we have to identify with you guys. What is your budget? You can start small, and that's how everybody gets big. Nobody really, if you're lucky, you've got money behind you, you can probably spend a bit more. If not, no problem. We didn't want to really fork out You know, at the time.
Yeah, I think at the time, and we didn't even touch it. We had a budget of £1,000 just to get started in the past 30 days, and I think the closest, actually not the closest, but what we came to, I think we invested about £300. And so you can see we actually invested a third of what we planned to invest. And so we're not saying that you've got to like spend loads. It helps. And you know, whether you're a startup or whether you're an established business, it doesn't matter. You know, what's right for you is what's right for you, and we'll just help to guide you in the right way with the elevation blueprint, because then we can make the recommendations of where you are, find out where, you know, the problems are, help you to identify your target audience, and from there we can create a plan of attack for you, and that's the important thing. So what have we got next? I think have we got another question?
Yeah, somebody's actually asked, do you just use paid methods, or you tried any free methods?
Okay, so there are free methods that we can recommend. I mean, even like today's webinar, you can put your webinars out for free and you can market them onto your personal profile or onto your fan page. You don't have to pay for them, but the whole point of paid advertising is that you do scale up and get more a lot quicker. Whereas if you just go off the back of your own following, if you haven't got many followers or many friends on social media, it makes it a bit harder. So the whole point is that if you go down the paid advertising route, it just allows you to scale. But you know what? We've done other things where you can do things like challenges, 7-day challenges. Those things you can put out for free. And it really just boils down to how big do you want to take it? Because if you want to take it to the next level, you can pay for advertising until your following builds up. And then as your following builds up, you will start to see the results come through off the back of it from your warm market.
Yeah, I'll give you a tangible example, guys, so you can see. My partner Holly, she also does coaching in the mindset space, and a free strategy she used to scale up, because a lot of her marketing budget was going into her core business, which is I Go Yoga, a yoga studio. So we run a free strategy where, you know, we generated about 100 leads, which again, for your niche, for your specific niche that you may be in, it might be coaching, consulting, network marketing, whatever it is, you may have to use different strategies, which again, we can identify on the elevation blueprint. And you'll see, obviously, Leon's got his cheeky little YouTube bonus in the lead generation handbook, so you want to get your hands on that. But you know, we used a strategy, a free strategy, in Holly's coaching business, where we've generated over 100 leads for free, and we've done over £1,000 in sales, which is created an ads budget, you know, for the business.
Awesome. And you know what, if you think about yourself, you know, if you wanted to have £1,000 ads budget, so then you could scale up to the next level, wouldn't that be awesome? And you know, we're explaining all of these things and being so open and transparent, so you can see there's no BS. It's like you put the foundation work in, you do the work before the real work begins, and that's where you can scale from. And the whole point in sharing this with you is to make sure absolutely 100% that tricky person who hangs around in your mind says, oh, it can't be done for me because they're special. You are special and this can be done for you. And that's why we break this down, to make absolutely sure you get it. There's nothing like hidden, there's no magic. It's all about a proven path. And I mean, just to even let you guys in, before we started on this new marketing campaign by setting up this new business, I'd put together a plan over like a 3-week period, just planning. And from September, we just started to execute, and here is the results. You know, there's a lot of work that you can put in, but believe me, it's worth it, because it's not like you then have to go into a 9 to 5. It's not like you are anchored to a 9 to 5 calendar routine. You are anchored to your routine. And it's honestly, it's strange because you start to determine your own hours. And I'm not saying like you take time off, but you just have that flexibility, and it just becomes so empowering. And that's the point. This opens up the doors to so many possibilities.
Yeah. Leon, another question that's come through, must have come from somebody that hasn't got any programs or products.
Yep.
How do you create your own programs and products when you're starting from scratch?
Okay, so for any of you out there who are starting from scratch and thinking, well, how do you put your program together? In the lead generation handbook, I break it down for you. So you need to make sure you get that if you haven't got it already. But I'll just explain briefly. Imagine you have your program, and it's whatever title you give it, and it's very much like a book. But then you break your program down into 8 to 12 chapters. So you'll have an intro, you'll have a lot of training stuff in the middle, and then you'll have a conclusion. Yeah, this is your program. And so those chapters become the fundamental sections of your training, and you know what that is, because whatever niche you're in, you'll know what you're good at, you'll know your skills. And so, for instance, in marketing, I would start off by understanding who your avatar is, i.e. your target audience, and then I would go into how you create solutions. That would be chapter 2. Then I'd go into chapter 3. What strategies could you use in order to target, or what tactics could you use to target your audience? And then in chapter 4, I could probably then go into route to audience, like what marketing methods could you use to attract people in? So just imagine your own business. What chapters do you have? And the reason why I say that is because it's like a book, and it's very easy when you chunk things down. So you go from an overall program, the title of your book or the title of your program, and break it into chapters, i.e. modules on your program. And then these modules, you fit them into weekly deliverable modules. And so the 8 to 12 simply become from modules to weeks. And so therefore you can deliver an 8 to 12 week program. You can do it for longer. I'm just giving you these numbers so you know where to start from. I mean, our program, our top tier program, is an 8-week course. And so as part of that, we then deliver video, we deliver MP3s as well as PDFs on a membership site with all access to our materials that we have in the program, plus bonus content and materials. And so you can see it's pretty straightforward how to build your program. And you're probably thinking, well, what software do I need? Well, the first one is Word, which we identified earlier. If you want to do PDFs, if you want to record audio, you can do that in your phone and then export the audio, the MP3s, just transfer them onto your computer. If you want to do video, you can do video on your phone, or you can do screen recording on your laptop where you have a presentation, very similar to like the webinar that we're doing today. And there's lots of different software that you can use, and I'll recommend a couple. There is Zoom, which you can get for free. I think it's zoom.com. There's Screenomatic, Zoom.us, and Screenomatic's about $15. And my preferred one is a bit more expensive. It's $300, is Camtasia, but it comes with a few nice features, especially when you want to zoom in and animate some of the videos you're doing where you're narrating with whatever's on your screen. So hopefully that helps you guys.
Yeah, and guys, just to let you know, like, Leon loves Camtasia and it is $300, but I love Zoom, and not just because it's free.
Yes, it is.
But, yeah, it's free, but it's so simple for me to use, and like where Leon's been in the internet marketing space for almost 20 years now, and he's incredible when it comes to design and the eye for a website. And if you have any questions regarding that, Leon's your man to speak to. But where myself, I was very much a technophobe. I can't even explain it. Like
he was.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, a year ago, 18 months ago, I'd call Leon up going, so Leon, with all sorts of questions about this, about that, about how to integrate this. And now, it's crazy. I can literally put the pieces of funnel together, integrate it with where it needs to go, because I stepped into that. But we understand it's not as easy as just stepping into that. And this is why, rather than going in the dark, we've created the Elevation Blueprint, because you don't want to go into areas where you don't need to go.
Correct.
And that's where a lot of people do. They go into areas they don't need to go. They don't need to spend their time there. And that's so disheartening. And I've been there. I mean, luckily I've got some crazy persistence muscle, but not everybody's built like that.
Absolutely.
Some people just get so demoralized, and worse, they fall back into those old habits.
Absolutely.
Which I think is even worse than quitting.
Yeah.
Because the old habits, it just creates a resentment for what you're doing.
Absolutely. And you know what, sometimes I've been there, you think it's too good to be true, and you're shown the path, and you know what, your own fear of success holds you back. And so this is what the Elevation Blueprint's all about. businessownerelevation.com/blueprint. Very straightforward. Type it into your browser on your laptop, your tablet, or your phone. Go to the page. It's $27.
And webinar, if you're watching this right now, you get the ADA bonus as well.
Yeah. So there's 3 three initial bonuses plus the fast action bonus, which you need to get. And I know that we won't keep it at this price for too long. Believe you and me, and you guys know the value where we've put in like over $600 worth of value. And at that point, you know, it will be raised up. I just want you guys to know. So get it while you can, because we will have to re-record this webinar when we increase the price to the real price that it should be. So get the amazing deal right now.
It's great to see so many people have already took advantage as well. So congratulations to those. Honestly, congratulations. You're going to love it. I mean, you know, you got the bonuses, get stuck into the bonuses, but once we go into the blueprint side and we're going to identify, attract, convert, lead, and really break down the mechanics of what you're working with right now and what we need to strip back completely, and what we have to do going forward. I'm really excited about that. So Leon, I don't see any more questions.
No. And you know what? It's been absolutely amazing, guys. Just from the training, I know you guys will have got value just from the training part, as well as the freebie funnel that we mentioned earlier. And, you know, we will put this replay out at some point. So hopefully you'll get access to this at some point again, if there's anything you needed to, you know, rewind on. And if not, just get in touch with us. Email us on hello@businessownerelevation.com and just ask for the Elevation Blueprint webinar replay, and we'll make sure it's sent to your inbox so you can have this training again. Like I said, we've invested thousands of pounds and dollars into what we've delivered today. So I hope, I sincerely hope, so just put yeses in the chat box if you got value from today's training. I hope that you did. So if you did, just let me know in the chat box. Just type a yes. And, you know, there's going to be more to come from us, but please book yourself in for a business elevation blueprint strategy. Go to businessownerelevation.com/blueprint. Almost got mixed up there, but do the right thing for your business. Don't sit on the fence. Get off the fence, walk in the mud, do the work. It's hard, but you get the results, guys. And that's the most important thing.
Amazing, Leon. Thank you so much. Everybody that joined us, thank you. And we're going to shoot now. I think we're going to get some food.
Yeah, we're going to get some food and enjoy the rest of our evening.
Yes. So again, really appreciate you all. Again, hello@businessownerelevation.com. If you have any questions, if you want the replay, and also, and congratulations to those that took action.
Absolutely.
You know, like we're getting the emails come through. Congratulations, seriously, guys. So head and get your bonuses and your fast action bonus, businessownerelevation.com/blueprint. And we will see you very, very soon.
Thank you very much, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.